But importantly, it's another session of Rescue at Raxis. Last time, fashion. Pretty much just fashion. Everyone got their glad rags, or at least ordered them. Only Zarzul has his
Holy
currently.
shit, was that a lot of fashion.
There was, but at least you guys seem to be having fun, otherwise I would have scratched the whole session.
It was a lot of fun.
Just the sound of the computer getting tossed out the window.
Well, it's fine for me, I didn't have to prep any shit. It's just great that you guys didn't go into the third store. But after that, the party then settled down to learn a little bit of etiquette. Important lessons, and you know what? I'm going to drop the speed of the fan just a little bit. There we go. That'll do. It's a little bit quieter now. Anyway. But yes, so, Cornelius, with the assistance of Rain, and Drupius being there, attempted to teach the dum-dums, the uncultured swine of the party, how to use cutlery. Didn't help, though. They were just way too elaborate, too detailed, until Orbinson came along and showed that he had the chops for it. Having had a past career in such things. Malgurn was also laid down with a challenge, and an accurate character description.
Mm-hmm.
And now, those still on the floor were attempting to begin the lessons of dancing. A little courtly shuffle back and forth. Except for the tiefling, the dragonborn, who ran upstairs.
And a dwarf who went off drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I went off for information.
Yeah.
The drinking was coincidental, but entirely welcome. But you are still at your own devices right now.
Zazzle needs a new brick.
Hmm.
So we also still need to contact a necromancer
We do.
with the shell.
Yes, it's what every hero says.
Considering everybody ran away because apparently they don't want to learn how to dance and not make fools of themselves, should we go to that stage?
Might as well. I hand over
Who has
the
it?
shell to Rain.
Oh, you don't want to do it?
I get the feeling he's more reciprocating to you.
Why?
You seem to already have established a certain connection.
I give him a very weird look. Right then, alright.
Somehow she turns her nose 90 degrees. Her neck continues to revolve.
She's learned from Puffsworth.
I was about to say, I've turned into Pufflesworth when none of y'all were paying attention. We swapped bodies.
I just
That would
imagine
explain
that-
these rules.
I just imagine that the sequence with Stewie from Family Guy where he just keeps turning the slow very, very slowly.
Concerning this group, that's happened a few times. We've even referenced it a few times.
Yes.
Alright, yep. Then in that case, I would pick up the shell and
I just
try
remember,
to contact.
you gotta get your
Go on.
statement out, and then you gotta wait for a response.
Yep. So I guess, yeah, I would take the shell and I would use it to get across the message. Hey, John, are you available anytime in the next 2 days?
Tomorrow.
And then I look at Cornelius. He's apparently available tomorrow. What time would tomorrow be good?
Lunch, evening.
Oh, no, I said that to Cornelius.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine he would want to come at a time when less people would be noticing him. If he has been sneaking around.
Evening could work, yes.
I assume so.
That's good.
Do you have a suggestion on where?
Drooping beard.
Drooping beard, right. Got it. We'll see you then.
It's in the entertainment district.
Alright. I'm sure we'll be able to find it. Shouldn't be too difficult. I look at Cornelius.
Well, I guess we have plans for tomorrow evening.
Easy as pie.
What time of day is it right now?
It's round about 3 p.m. At least the height of one of those whenever Castelli and Congrats emerge again.
Yeah, I was about to say, also they went off for an afternoon delight, huh?
All you heard sung in a high-pitched voice was, "Sweet mysteries of life, at last I found you." Ah, great movie. And by that point, Malgern would have returned if he's just hanging out at the bar and then comes back once he's got his info.
Yeah.
But Malgern, there's some people in front of the door as you're stepping up. They make you think of Cornelius. You see really puffy trousers, you see big feathers and hats. Everything looks expensive and colorful and bright. They also stink of wine.
Cornelius having a party. I didn't know Cornelius had friends.
And there is, upon the door,
I blink a couple times and I go to open it.
"Greetings, mademoiselle." There is a very rake-thin human there. Quite manicured features. Not actually handsome, but it's all been presented in a nice way. Like, he really knows how to accentuate with makeup. And the one beside him, a little chubbier cheeked. Seems to have a tinge of grey to the skin. Ah, yes. Lady of the house, we presume.
Hello?
This is Barnum, I am Bertram. We are here to both learn your story, improve upon it, for your own benefit, of course, and any artistic representations. You people are currently the hottest topic, and we'd like to get the exclusive.
She kind of rubs her temples. Hold on one moment. I walk back in. Cornelius?
Yes.
She didn't even look at you, Malgern, sitting behind him.
Yeah. I kind of
Yeah.
pushed my way past whoever the hell these people are.
Oh, hello, good Sir Dwarf. We're here to record
we've
your
got-
epic.
We've got some folks that you might want to talk to.
Cornelius!
Yes, yes, I'm coming.
She's like the angry, muddy child outside the house. Dad, your widow friends are here again.
I follow Cornelius back.
So these were the people whose name was also on the poster for the play, wasn't it?
No, not these guys.
No, because
No.
the other one was the one back where we started.
Yeah. There was Rano Bandabar was one of the names, so it's not these guys.
Okay, the name sounds very familiar though.
That's because I'm referencing Barnum Circus.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea who that is though.
What?
I think that was more. Yeah, I understand why he doesn't know them. It's okay.
It's
P.T.
well
Barnum?
old. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Hmm.
I guess I just know it from somewhere fucking else.
You probably heard it in QI.
Maybe.
Anyway, there are two minstrels, maybe an artist among them, waiting at your door.
Yes, hello.
Ah, Miss Weir, yes. We are here to record your epics. We have heard you are heroes in this city.
Ah,
Also, he is gesticulating quite widely with his arms, They never really go below the shoulder level at this point. They're just up in the air.
Rain looks mildly confused. Miss Swear?
Ah, yes, it is what you call a sir in my land. He speaks with a Waterdeep accent.
That's what. That's. She's just looking at him. I don't. I kind of look at Cornelius and I give him that look of.
It is a far-flung land. Comiran. It's a very lovely place, full of grand epics as well, and great heroes. But we are here to record you. We are here not only to record your actions, your deeds, but we will convert them to song, to poetry, to great stories. For a modest fee. Also, we will do artistic representations to make sure that our tellings are accurate and conjure forth the correct imagery in the minds of the people that you will inspire.
I look at Cornelius. Do you think we should consider this offer before we say anything?
Could you excuse me for one moment, gentlemen?
Oh, all right. We'll wait
I'll
here then.
I'll be right back. And I just kind of put the door on just kind of close it a little bit and I walk up the rain. So the way I see it, they're gonna write the story, with or without our approval. So at least we have some chance of making sure that we have in some sort of positive light.
Yes, and for a modest fee has me concerned. So what I'm going to consider is we want to make sure we have it in writing that they're not the exclusive.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be paying royalties.
I'm going to point out here, since he's being quiet, Zarzil, you're here. You know,
Yeah.
all of this conversation you could also take part in.
I love how his token is back.
I'm not too sure if I want to or not. That's the problem.
You as a player or Sasul?
Yeah. Zazzle. When Zazzle realizes this is business type stuff, and he isn't great at business type stuff.
He's done well so far for himself.
This is true. Make sure you get the royalties on the sale of hats. Very important hats.
You can see a hungry eye in the kobold. And you know he's not looking at your face, Cornelius.
I'm thinking of my horde again. The horde.
So he's looking, which
Which
means he's looking directly at your crotch.
Oh, I've got my own horde now. It's not all in there.
But most of it is in there.
You want to play with Horde? You bet I do.
What about you, Malgorn?
Just can you deal with these people? I got stuff on my mind. I gotta get.
At this point, there is a door creaking and heavy footfalls, along with some lighter ones from upstairs.
All right. I guess let's bring them in, and we need a physical contract for this.
Oh, let's get them out at least.
All right.
Walk up to the door. Please, come in and have a seat.
Oh, thank goodness. We were worried you were going to leave us out there until the sun rose again. They are quickly in.
So that they're vampires. Okay.
So
Yeah.
can I offer anything? Can I offer anything to drink?
We'll be happy with just a tea or a simple beer, anything that's just a plain little thing. Or wine, if you have wine.
Put some garlic in it.
Go for red myself. Barnum here prefers a white. Just, you know, something modest and simple, a decent vintage.
Could you go and put on a kettle of tea?
Okay, yeah. He skitters away off. Oh, you have a house. You have a house goblin. I'm sure there's a story right there. Not a great one for a party.
A house goblin. Yeah.
What do we? How'd you meet? Well, we saw this green thing getting tenderized by 2 bugbears, and I thought, I'm making that my minion.
I mean, it's not wrong.
So you picked him up and cared for him? Well, we picked him up.
To be fair, this was also my first game, so I did not know that those were mechanics I had to take care of. I was still very much confused between RP and mechanics.
It's just the fact you guys didn't heal him at any point.
At that point, wouldn't the paladin? What other healers did you have besides the paladin?
We had Braider as a paladin. That's it.
Yeah,
That's all the healing.
Yeah.
Okay,
So there's
then Brother was the healer.
No,
I was
no,
about to say, what?
no. To
Oh,
be
he did a
fair,
lot of
there was about 10 HP floating around. And
yeah, I
about
I
one
had
D-
my lay on hands at that point.
and
pretty
1
much.
D8 and 1 smite. They were only like level 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It was not much.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a moment where like Cornelius is getting his ass kicked, and I just put my hand against my chest and healed myself. So
Yep.
I did that too.
Maintain
I-
direct
I-
eye contact as well.
Yeah.
That's the glorious part.
So I'm guilty of that too. But yeah,
There was also a time when Braider wasn't around, and I decided, let it out for a vote in the party. I said, Siegfried is down and getting eaten. Would Malgern do the hero thing of running in and healing him? And they all said no.
they're not wrong. He's a big boy. He can take care of himself.
Algern back then was very much was like a very rinsed Finwin bronze bottom.
Yeah, he was pissed at being the only dwarf in a party of humans.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, kind of considering how the first party there was basically no diversity, it was just a token dwarf, and then the next episode, the cast has just been rewritten, basically.
Nice and diverse.
Yeah.
Too diverse, one would say. Looking at you, Kobold. Looking at you. Anyway.
Yeah. So what is exactly that you're saying? You have a fee in mind. Excuse me for one moment.
There is just constant screaming coming from Drew, and you come in the room to see he's got the
Oh
teacup.
no, he's
Oh
done
no,
that.
the tea set.
He's just looking at you with tears streaming eyes, his fingers blackening, mouth agape.
I,
Right,
I, I immediately go in to heal him. Spell that I know.
Yeah,
that
you
he
just spell it
does, and I
slides
don't-
off. He's just sucking his finger, just big watery eyes.
Yeah,
Right, I
remove
should
curse, there we
probably
go.
have removed this. You know what the funny thing is? I actually remember that it was in there, but I figured Droop would be smart enough not to use it.
That's the thing! He left it in there. He kept it in the
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yeah, but I figured Droop had seen Sarsul in pain.
This is Droop we're talking about.
Droop was asleep at that point.
Was that screaming?
Oh yeah, he sleeps in the drawer. It's nice and muffled.
And just to fix whatever hurt him, so that he's not hurting no more.
I'll use the other crockery.
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
He,
We should
he
probably
pushes the
put
saucer away with his foot.
Yeah. Take the mage and just kind of push the thing away, and then just put some stuff above the cursed porcelain. Yeah, let's make sure no one else touches this.
And of course, as you look behind you, you can see both Barnum and Bertram leaning as far as they can without lifting a foot, looking through the crack of the door.
We'll get to that part, don't you worry. So you okay? Nothing else hurts?
Mm-hmm.
No, they're just missing.
No, it's working now. It's fine. I'll put that away.
No, don't, just leave it. Leave it.
You know, just in case we have
got
more
Patriots.
guests.
Just don't touch it at the moment. We'll figure something out.
And yeah, he sets to work setting tea up.
Zazzle is going to take the teapot, wrap it up, and then put it downstairs in the secret room, out of the way.
Fair enough. It's a handy thing, that secret room.
Yep.
That's not so secret.
With a scrawled note saying, "Do not touch." Yeah. Problem sort of stuffed in a corner and forgotten about. Excellent.
Ah, yes. So, where were we? Yes, you were talking about how there was a fee involved.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's practically a mutual investment.
Mm-hmm. And I assume there will also be some royalties involved.
In a way. Really, it's about the reputation improvement that occurs from our spreading your tales. You see, it's an investment in both ways. If the stories aren't any good, then we don't get anything for our trouble of telling them. And we only want to embellish so far. So as you can see, we're both taking risks on this, but modest ones. Ones that have great rewards behind them, because as word spreads about your group, the job offers will just come flowing in. High profile as well. We have sung in courts.
I look at Cornelius.
Well, I could probably look away from royalties, but then you will also have to be a very, very flattering tale of us.
Well, it can't be all of what you get. It can't be all milk and honey, you understand. There has to be some drama.
Oh, don't you worry, there'll be plenty of that.
I mean, the proles enjoy just the usual things as well. We need drama, we need lust, we need deception, betrayal. But we also need heart, we need friendship, we need good triumphing over evil, but only at the darkest of dawns.
Okay, so you might be needing to do some elaboration on your own side on that point.
And
Well,
they
I
make themselves
suppose we should
comfortable at the
also be-
table, because they feel they've made the deal already.
But I would probably also have to say that we will have to discuss this with the rest, the people whose story you'll be writing.
Oh, there's more of you.
Oh yes.
Plenty more.
Is there?
Yeah, but two of them are currently preoccupied at the moment.
No, like I said, the door creaked open. You can hear footsteps above. Congrats is very obvious and very shirtless.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't hear Pio actually say anything, so
Nah, she
I
hasn't.
assumed-
No, I haven't.
But I don't want them to be stuck in the room the whole time. Like we can say about, 45 minutes or so have passed. That's what I got Malgern back from the bar as well.
Yeah.
Hang on, be right back. I could hear the dog kind of whimpering a little bit. I'll be right back.
It's obviously a mimic. Well then. One of you will have to take up the cause right now, because one of the two people who speaks for the party is gone.
The other one currently has dishes in the background.
Good, that leaves 3 other people who could speak and do things.
This can never end badly.
It's almost 2 years, guys. Come on.
Hello, friends.
Hello, little scale man.
I hear you're interested in our exploits.
Well, yes, you were in the room with us.
Yeah, that happens. So it doesn't sound like a great deal you're offering us. The other one was a lot better.
You were offered another deal.
Oh yes, with merchandising as well.
Oh, well, we are aware of your previous attachment as the Heroes of Van Dalen, although we didn't see you among the merchandise. I'm guessing you're a recent addition.
Oh yes, things have changed, updated.
Mm-hmm. And we are happy to provide all the updates to the people who want to listen.
Yes, this is excellent.
So, were you the last
This
survivor of
might
your
be an
tribe,
exclusive
or
deal.
did they just find you on the road?
Oh no, I was sent to them by the great Squirrel King. Squirrel Druid. There were
Okay,
squirrels
Zarzul.
involved.
Okay, Zarzul.
Don't
Hold
forget,
on.
Rain, you were there.
Yes, I know. That's why she's trying to quiet that, because she doesn't want to be associated with the Great Squirrel King. She remembers the Great Squirrel King. She just doesn't want to remember the Great Squirrel King.
It was a wild night. It was just like college.
A lot less dead things.
Well, I mean, the dorm was fine.
I don't know.
A squirrel
Sounds like she
druid.
got-
Please, go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Barnum is...
no.
Barnum's notebook descends, but you can see his arm moving underneath the table. Bertram, meanwhile, is just all ears listening.
Of course, of course. No. What? Hmm.
You, being
What's-
shorter than the table, can see him working feverishly on his notebook.
So, what is? Do you have a copy of the deal you're offering us?
Oh, well, I mean, we work so much in just words alone, I thought a simple vocal agreement would be fine.
No, we are definitely going to be wanting something in writing.
I mean, that's going to be a lot to carry around. I'm sure there's others just behind us.
And maybe they already have it in writing.
That's very doubtful. We're quite experienced at how it works around here, you see. We're old hats at this business, despite our fresh looks.
That being said, I think we would very much prefer to have something in writing.
Well, there we go then. Here we go. He just shuffles through, brings out a blank bit of vellum. I assume you have something in mind.
Quite. Un momento, por favor. Actually, the dog's currently very upset.
I just come back from dealing with my dog, and now someone else's dog is getting dealt with.
There are two of her members of the party who haven't said word one. Castalia's yawned, I think, twice.
Yes. Well, we need somebody with sort of business knowledge. I look at Cornelius for this to help draw up the deal.
Yeah, so this is where I'm also going to be needing some assistance as the players. Is I am not very business minded, so I'm not exactly sure what I wanted on that.
Yeah, but we're hardly going to do an official, proper contract. We'll wait until you guys get the 9 hells before that happens.
But yeah, it's basically to make sure that we have like a final say on some of the stories, or that we have some rights to our own names.
Yes, this is all perfectly fine. Yes, we'll keep the names as they are. After all, we want this to be mutually beneficial. We tell the stories, you do the deeds that come from the people who hear the stories and think, those guys can do a job. Then, hopefully we'll meet again and we can do more of those stories and keep on inflating the reputation. Both of us as storytellers and performers, and you as heroes. So yes, this is all quite amenable.
What's the cut from the play productions?
Oh, we're not playwrights. We'll just be going from tavern to tavern.
Yeah, they're basically just traveling parts.
Every way house along the way.
This isn't an exclusive deal.
We'd like at least one or two little tales to be exclusive. It's just nice to have something for our own repertoire if it's not invented. You understand, of course. So, we'll add that in there. We'll say two, just two of your exploits, but you will not tell to other wandering minstrels.
Alright, well that sounds fair.
And, we'll say a 2 out of 5 ratio of... No, we'll say 3 out of 5 ratio of full truth and exaggeration. No, artistic license. That'll also apply to artistic renditions, which may be useful in some cases. As he just leans back looking at Cornelius and just rubs a finger along his cheek, just like he's scratching it.
Is he running his finger against my cheek or his own cheek?
His own cheek, but he's looking at you while he's doing it.
Okay.
He was up to say, you know, we could firm that bit up. We could firm that up a bit. Give you a bit of a sharper profile. Maybe get rid of those bags under the eyes.
Bags?
Well, it's been a rough few nights. Well, it was. Also, he is made up like hell, so obviously all this natural face looks weird to him.
Yeah, and also with Cornelius with this kind of scraggly beard look at the moment.
Yep. There is a whistle from Barnum, and he jostles Bertram. Both looking up at Casalia. Oh, well, we no need to embellish there. There's also a louder and deeper from behind her. And Bartram goes back to looking at Cornelius with a smile. So, I think that makes it a deal, yes? Now, of course, we did talk about a fee. Now, a fee is mainly just for materials. It costs a lot to get inks and paints. But it's in aid of your story. So we're only asking for a mere 20 gold.
Should be accommodable.
It's a one-time fee as well.
That was the question I was about to ask. So if it's going to be one time, I could see that acceptable.
As you look at guys who do this for a living so they can actually eat, and you've got all your puddles of money inside the waistline of the wizard.
Yeah. Well, the lizard and the wizard.
Now to specify though, do we pick the tales that are going to be the exclusives?
Well, we don't know what your tales are. Although I imagine once you've told them, we do have a bit of knowledge of the marketplace. We know what's going to work for people.
I think we want to have the veto right, because I do not wish for some of our main exploits to be locked behind
a paywall.
A contract. I was trying to find a way to say that.
Well, we'd prefer a shorter one anyway. Just, to break up the main narrative now and again, to give something fresh. Something particularly juicy, rife with a bit of scandal or sex, sizzling gypsies, a corrupt politician, those sort of things. I understand it's probably most of what you do as he looks at Rain in her Kalemvor dress. But just bashing the undead isn't all that inspiring these days. So we need something with a bit more life to it.
I guess there was the time where they stole the necromancer's underwear.
From them directly?
It's a long story. that up in a bit if we can agree to
It was
everything.
only 2 sessions. It took place over the course of 1 night.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we did meet with there was the gypsies. We went dancing with gypsies. That was the thing, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's also clarify. This is only for bardic and such things, not counting playwright.
oh, as I said, we're not playwrights. No. We tell stories, we perform music, we show off a few bits of art.
All right. So anything that we have signed over here does not exclude agreements with playwright.
Kind of taking the bread from our mouths. Well, it is a different form, less mobile. There's more overlay. What do you think, Barnum? It does sound a bit of a rough deal. But we'll go for it. All right. We'll say it's open for playwrights, but not for music halls. It can be performed as a stage show, but not as a musical.
I look at Cornelius.
I like how you're treating us as if it actually fucking matters.
This is how Rain would go. So I mean, she looks at Cornelius.
Yes. I must admit, I have not exactly put much thought into the world of theatre arts, other than enjoying the show. Do not exactly think about the
Ramifications?
the logistics behind it.
I mean, we're intending to leave this place before it gets burned down, so we'll be touring the coast for the most part.
Makes sense.
But we thought we'd get some of the useful stories around. I'll be honest, you're not the only people we've approached lately, but you are currently the hot topic. People are talking a lot about the new heroes at the old whorehouse.
That tends to be a bit of an eye catcher, yes.
I presume that one of these stories you would probably want is the most recent one.
Oh yes, but we're not asking for that to be exclusive. We understand that's one you want to tell a lot.
That's the main
Besides, it's-
concern. Is I want to be able to have a veto over which one gets to be exclusive.
Besides,
Which two?
it's all well and good saving the paupers, but it's not much of an inspiring story of interest.
Oh, you haven't heard the whole thing.
We've heard bits and pieces, but I mean, people want to hear of the beautiful and the noble being saved or helped along. I mean, who really cares about the peasantry? You can see that there's big, thick stitches and sews in his shoes. There's some patches on his pantaloons.
Ah. Well, I suppose we should start.
Scotch, you're a bit far away from your mic.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Suppose it's about where do we even begin with all this?
Well, first, I do also want to make sure that we're signing on to some individuals with skill.
True.
I want to see proof.
You're questioning
Of
our
what we're signing on
talents.
to. Well, up until now, I don't believe any of us have heard of you. So, of course, we would like to see what we're signing on for.
Very well. I am Barnum. I am a storytelling minstrel. I do stories with musical accompaniment, although I do not do songs as such, unless they're particularly catchy and quick. But, let me see then, is there anything the lady would like? A
No,
theme?
just do something that you think would best show off your capabilities.
Very well then. He takes a moment to look around himself, before Bertram brings out a very worn-out looking lute. The strings look very tidy, though. And when he starts to pluck at them, it's pedestrian-level skill with the instrument, but it's not unpleasant sounding. However, his voice starts to pick up, and he does indeed tell you the beginning of a story. He doesn't go the full way, but he tells you the tale of a savage lizard folk, and this delightful gaggle of small gnomes who found the beast. How they took him back to their village, they trained him, he trained them in turn, and they became a fearsome comedic force. There's a lot of falling over. There's a very strange romance between two of the gnomes, who actually look identical but aren't related at all. It's a secret from their parents. There's also, for some reason, a dragon in the story that's just the size of a house cat. But they specify not a pseudo-dragon, it is a real dragon that has been cursed to be the size of a house cat. And that's the villain of the piece. It ends with it being cooked over an open fire and eaten by the lizard folk. And there is a tale, and all the way through, Barnum, beside him, is bringing up drawn segments of it. The artwork is cute, but it's very children's storybook. Not highly detailed, but clear and stylized. That's one of my old favorites.
Certainly an interesting tale. Well, yes. Am I about to say something?
Oh no, my mic just is periodically going live if I don't have it muted.
I don't know. It's just it sounds like you're just drawing breath. So, well, I suppose there's nothing wrong with. Would deem that as acceptable. As I kind of look around, as this is probably the most pedestrian I've ever seen. Cornelius has probably not seen a whole lot of bad work this mediocre.
Yeah, you've not seen bards of this level in Neverwinter.
Yeah, Rain's kind of sitting on the same thing, kind of going, this
Then
is
again-
bog standard.
Then again, there is a level of living style that you two have never delved into.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
let's
that's
be
kinda
fair
weird.
here. Malgern and Zarzul, that seemed fine.
Yeah, I have.
Castalia, this shit would not fly in Brennick House.
It's free real estate.
I look at Cornelius to see if he shares the same opinion.
It's just a kind of an eyes going from side to side, going like, I don't fucking know.
A shake of the head, disappointed look.
I mean, the twist with the dragon being a cat, that was actually kind of cute.
That's actually kind of what?
You know,
He's
the
just
bit with the dragon being the size of a cat but being an actual dragon, I thought that was actually kind of cute.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean that, the performance was great.
Oh, no, I mean, they were pretty bad, but, it was a nice story.
Yeah, it's a nice story, but, they're not telling it well, then.
Yeah, that's true enough. Then again, it's not my stories at risk here. I don't have much of a foot in the race here. Although, I don't think you look all that great in the way he draws things. You're a bit too, I don't think you're a kid theme material. Now, what about your little goblin friend?
Should we put it to a vote?
'Cause I'm thinking, like, they could draw, what's his name, Droop?
What about you two? What did you find about the story?
Sorry, tea's not ready yet!
Oh, wow, it's taking a while for that tea.
It's gotta boil.
Poor Droop.
He's probably in there with flame hands trying to boil the kettle.
He doesn't have any fire spells. That's for
Thank
his safety as well as
God.
Cornelius's.
Yeah, if you don't remember what happened last time, he tried to copy Burning Hands.
Let's not forget what happened when he used Chaos Bolt.
Oh god.
That was amazing. Not for Droop, mind you, but it was amazing.
The one time it hit.
Yeah. And then it bounced.
Mm-hmm. He finally comes out with a platter. Just laying it all out. There's a lot of mugs of tea, as you realize. He probably had to put on 2 kettles. There is tea for everyone in the house, which includes the animals.
Thank you, Droop.
No problem. Sorry, I lost count. So, okay.
It's alright, maybe Pufflesworth wants tea? I don't know.
Pufflesworth and Lorna are just hissing at each other in slightly increasing volume. There is so much spittle on the floor between them.
We might have to fix that.
Anyway, back to the minstrels.
Yes, it's... So... Let's put it to a vote, then. Hands up if you liked it, and... Well, no hands if you didn't like it, I guess.
Bartram raises his hand on the I like it.
Castalia folds her arms. There will be no hand raising from her.
Congrats folds his arms, but over Castalia. He just takes advantage of the situation. Doesn't seem like a favorable air is blowing right now.
And what does Azul and Malkarn do?
I mean, he'd be okay with it. No sweat
Zazul's
off his
currently
back.
distracted, trying to sort out an owlbear and a spacer beast.
I see.
I think that we might have to discuss things a bit further.
Yes. I hope you do. So we'll, one of
Be
them
in
just picks up the
touch.
tea for a moment and then just sets it back down. Yes, we'll be in touch. Very well then. Good day. And they both strop out. They don't slam the door, though.
Yeah. You know, I feel like maybe we should just have paid 20 gold, at least that we would have been sure that they would have been writing something favorable about us now.
The only thing is, did you notice what they were wearing?
Yes, very much so.
That's why I'm starting to think it didn't really matter one way or the other. We might eventually try hunting them down and seeing if we can arrange something a little bit more vague. But I don't think I want to give 2 full stories over to them.
You could always give the lesser stories.
Well, let us see what the theatre company may offer.
Can't be any worse than the last time. As I think back to the one play that I was in town to see, it's like, ugh. It can't get any. Malgern thinks he's got nothing to lose here. It can't get any worse.
You still got your duel.
Well, yeah, but he's not thinking about that because that hasn't happened yet.
Can't get it. You were, at the very least, favorably portrayed by Goliath. You saw what they did to me.
Castalia, you're the only one who hears. He whispers, I can see a few parallels, though. And that's the sad thing. They can only those 2 are the only ones who can comment because the rest weren't there.
Yeah.
But they do have the real events told to them.
Wait, I thought everybody was at the What do you mean we're the only two?
As
Yeah,
in,
we
There
were
are
the-
no real events.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the real events. Okay.
Yeah.
That you
I-
won't tell anybody else.
No. Cornelius and Malgern went through the whole story.
Yeah.
I thought there were some bits because I remember asking some bits and then kept getting vague responses.
No. Siegfried never told. Cornelius explained fully because his pride was hurt.
Yeah.
But then as he
and-
told the story, he realized they got away, and that one got away as well. We didn't
So
quite
it's been
succeed
valid.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I never sucked face with Siegfried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except that one time, but it was just experimentation.
I do remember the one thing I had asked was the I'd asked about the mimic room, and then I never got a response about the mimic room. So I thought that the mimic room was
did.
exactly.
No, you did.
You did get.
Yeah, they
I don't
did.
remember getting the response.
But then again, it's just whenever you asked Siegfried, he walked away because that traumatized him. But Cornelius told you, yeah, it was just two.
Oh, okay.
It was a normal room, but two mimics. One is a box and one is a chair.
All right.
It was just that the story where Malgern had a mimic, it became a very confusing story. On whether or not we actually got the mimic, or it was the Malgern that got arrested, or what.
You guys were real bad at explaining that one.
Yeah.
That fucking dwarf.
I mean, that was kind of also intentionally badly explained, because it's like trying to say, well, there was Malgern, but there wasn't Malgern, because then Malgern showed up.
And then we found out which was Malgern, so we dealt with the other Malgern. But then we got back to town with Malgern and found Malgern was gone.
It just gets real awkward.
Yep. And you know, deep in your heart, that your dad probably would have been proud of that Malgern.
It hurts so much. Maybe that Malgern went back to my father. And I can just rest in peace knowing that my father's happy forever.
What would happen if it suddenly decided to become a paladin?
The world may never know.
Sure, buddy.
You're not making this any better.
I've been making this for a while. I think I'm making it great. So, dance lessons weren't for very long.
Don't think they began.
Hmm. Well, thank you for reminding me.
Shit.
Oh, come now. It won't be that bad.
It's not. It's just making me think we could just go back inside. We're very close to the door. No, we'll go downstairs. I mean, I do, but I'll say, for the sake of it, I don't want to keep you all to myself.
Well, let's go then.
All right, then.
Have I managed to sort out the owlbear and the displacer beast?
I mean, it's really more of a spitting contest. There's not any real aggression from the two of them, because Lorna's too lazy and Buffelsworth is a shit.
You're a shit.
Okay, so they're just bored kids, just...
Yeah, like
There we
anytime he tries to get closer, if it's
Okay.
just a tentacle that's just going, no, I'm pushing him back.
No, no.
It's
Okay,
basically
this is fine then.
It's what happens when a dog and a cat meet.
it's basically like that video of two corgis that just keep growling and snapping at each other and returning back to the chewing bones.
Yep. Or the two dogs growling at each other, and then you move, behind a gate, and then you move the gate away, and they just stop. It's not going to escalate. They're just being shits. We miss anything?
Miss anything?
Guess not, then.
Mm.
Well then, before we start, as I walk up to Robinson's room, knock. Robinson? Sorry to intrude at a moment. What is the most popular dance in the dance around the nobles around here?
If you could see inside the room, you'd see this skinny streak of a half-orc just
Yeah.
clutching a bed sheet around his waist and just laying with his back facing the ceiling, just looking up at the ceiling, eyes wide, and he's just wondering where the voice came from for a moment. I need trousers first, so hang on.
Well, you don't need to get up.
No, I guess I do. He slowly emerges, looking like a beach bum. The hair's all flattened on the back. Okay, dances. This is a few years out of date, but I mean, they do like to go around in circles a lot with this stuff, so I'll need a volunteer.
I can do that.
Sure. So, let's see here. So, your hand here, my hand there. So, it's... Have you done any, like, ballroom sort of thing?
I have.
Okay, so basically it's just the usual thing, but it's just, you circle twice, then you step to the right, and then you sort of keep going around, against the rotation of the sun, like when a shadow goes. So we keep going right, and then we move forward as we do that there, and we just keep... I'll just show you. Any music?
Do we have anybody that... Oh, we don't, do we? We're just gonna have to do a count-off.
I mean, Malgern's got a horn, that's about it.
Yeah, that's why Rain's all like, no, that ain't gonna work.
I do not believe anyone is entirely musically inclined, unfortunately.
That's okay. Alright, well, I'll hum, and then you follow the hum, and that's the beat we'll go to. It's really easy, it's just in 3/4.
Alright, easy as pie.
And yeah, it's just a normal little sort of waltzy shuffle around, but the pacing is a bit weird, because they focus more on spinning in place a few times, and then they take a few steps forward and just cycle around. Now, the problem is, though, it's sort of like a regimented thing they do, so you don't really mingle and move around either. If you're on the outside, you stay there, and if you're on the inside, you're meant to blend, and then people on the outside are forced in. It's a little weird that, but I only did it like 3 or 4, well, saw it 3 or 4 times, and I taught one of the maid stuff, so... Give me a performance roll.
Oh boy. Let me get to that part of my sheet. Don't know why I didn't think to do that.
Yeah, no.
Is this all of us?
Well, it's only Rain at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
Luckily,
Yeah, no.
Orbison is doing a good job to avoid you stepping on his toes.
A 10 isn't horrible for something she's never done before.
Yeah. Like, you're picking it up. You feel like, just a few more times, and then, yeah, you feel you've got this down, basically. Like, it really isn't that different, but now you just got the awkwardness of getting past the muscle memory of what you've done before.
Yeah.
But you feel you've got this. And, if you were in a group with music, it would be easier. So, there we go. The lady's got it. Oh, a couple.
All right.
Oh, would you like some tea? We have extras.
Oh, yeah. I'll have one of those or two. So, yeah, just do that and you're all okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Albertson. Hang on just a moment.
Now it's going to be time, because it's time to partner up, people. As Orbison just taps his hand on the desk for the steady beat.
I would look at Cornelius and I would say, I think the pairing should be obvious.
While Melgern and Zarzul look at each other.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking around like...
Shit, is this obvious? I mean, that one's got scales and this one's got scales. That seems obvious to me.
Yeah.
You have a
I was
similar
more thinking
height.
height.
And I'm torn here because on the one hand I could dance with Zarzul and that would be awkward, what I might have to dance with rain. Like this is a zero sum game for Malgern right now. Like he can't win. It's
just like any other day.
Yeah, I feel like we've been here before.
Either way, the bottle's empty. Whether it's half
Yeah,
full
it's
or
like,
half empty
fuck.
before, it doesn't matter.
I'll buy a drink after this is over.
What are you trying to do, romance him?
You and me both, man. It's like,
As you realize,
By a
wow,
drink,
this
I mean
kobold's coming on
eating.
strong. He's made the only offer I care about.
Well, you're also gonna have to.
he knows what I like.
Who's the lead?
Oh yeah, usually the guy leads. It doesn't actually matter too much. Like, there's a whole thing about...
Well,
If-
technically Zarzul's a girl, so.
No, we
What?
fixed that.
Oh right, we did fix that. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, most recent to have been a girl.
Yeah.
That counts. As Orbis is just shrugging. But yeah, like, you know, if the girl's in the military, you know, if she's in the knightly order, then she gets the lead, as long as the guy hasn't had a previous career in it, and you know, it's simple enough. So just pick who's the, I don't know.
Ah.
Males usually.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that information. I can help avoid an awkward situation.
Yeah, I think I'm about to
And
start
I'm
one.
just over here like he said something. The ladies lead if they're knights, but ladies can't be knights. Like I don't remember seeing any ladies, and it was all men. It's just a bunch of men with like better to do. Like what?
Some of those men had very tiny waists though.
Yeah.
Those-
Why'd they have bumps in their shirt? Must have been
Yeah,
big
it's weird.
bruises. Yeah, I think I'm about to start in awkward situations. Gresh just looks down at his massive feet. I have to be very careful here.
No, it'll be fine.
Zazzle's going to get a quick practice of a few steps in. Yes, this is going well.
It's going well, but let's see how Malgern does it with him. Performance.
Performance. Okay. I don't think I've ever clicked that button before.
You've got inspiration. No, you're doing all right. You're not stepping on him at all.
I'm not gonna waste inspiration. No, that's fine.
The power couple here doing exceptionally well.
And
Oh,
even if I did fail, I think it would be in character.
let's see that.
Nine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Okay, it's
boy.
not Cornelius. It's not Cornelius. That's being the embarrassing.
That's all he cares about.
You two, you see, the problem is there's no chemistry. This is very mechanical of going through emotions of this is a dance, which, to be fair, that's what Cornelius knows. Of just you
I
do the
imagine-
steps and you learn it. There we go.
I imagine it is also some serious amount of hover handing going on, but both of them.
Not as much as there's going on for Zarzul and Malgern, because Zarzul can only really get up to the armpits.
Yeah, how tall is Zarzul?
About 3 foot, I think. Somewhere
Oh,
there.
yeah, I'm about 1.5 feet taller than he is. Shit.
It's not too bad then, but he can only really, you know, he's still stretching full extension, tapping on his toes with Malgern.
He's standing
Yeah.
on my feet like daddy-daughter dance.
But the two of
Look
you,
at it this way. I could be dancing with anyone else here and hugging their knees.
yep. But
Yeah.
you two are doing pretty well, and there's just, you know, you're having a bit of, you know, this is silly, this is dumb, and you're both admitting that, and that's why it's a nice little step to and fro. Whereas, you know, you look beside you and you see the rigid things moving around. It's like the mannequins at Albert's house. Like, it's functional, but it doesn't look good. And then, of course, you look to the far right, and there should be saxophone music playing and darkened lighting.
That it's the ballroom dance from Beauty and the Beast, and you're not entirely sure who is which.
It could go both ways. Probably does. Dun 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 dun.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? He's going to. And Orbison, you know, slowly stops tapping out the beat. Well done. You guys got it.
You did it.
Thank you ever
Hooray.
so much for the assistance.
So that's the one they just do when there's a time to do it. I think there's like some families have their own dance routine. It's usually just like a variation on that. Usually it's a bigger deal for the guy leading. Like they do the one arm turn, that sort of thing, or do a little dip with the lady. But generally, it's still just out there. It's just like in a different pattern on the floor. I knew this one merchant family. They were trying to copy it. It's just like the shape of the family crest they were going around in. It was ridiculous. It took them like 2 playings of a song in order to get around one lap. You want to learn too, little green guy? I don't think I'd do any good. Well, I mean, it's a good enough tea. I'll teach him. Then you see, like, properly, like, daddy-daughter day. Because Orbison's about 6'2".
Aww.
Droop is about 2'5".
It's adorable.
And for a laugh, let's see how badly he does. Let's remove even more of Droop's self-esteem.
Aww.
Perfect.
Yes!
Hey.
Because the only stat he has, apart from Constitution, is Charisma. He's cute, but for nothing else. Rain, Cornelius, you're feeling like you've gotten a little bit of a wake-up call here. It might not be enough to just know the steps. You might need to interact on some level with your dance partner. Not as much as on the right, because that's going into full necking territory. The left, though, they're at least smiling with each other, and there's a few chuckles. They're also just mainly talking about what kind of alcohol they're going to get after this. But it's a conversation.
All of it.
Oh, and then, yeah. The next thing is, after, like, the music changes a bit, it usually starts off slow, then there's a little brief period of where it quickens up. That's when it's acceptable, I think, to swap partners, but most functions they usually don't. It's usually for the unattached. Like, if you're at the house and part of that there, you just stick with spouse or partner, all that sort of thing. It's more for the free agents to sort of mingle around and talk a lot. So, I mean, some of you will be doing that, I guess, as he just looks over to the right to the horned pairing. I lost my house and you got the girl. That's not fair, man.
Ouch.
Should cost me an arm.
That, oof.
He's allowed to make that joke. It was his arm.
Yeah. And had the Cornelius any sense of humor, he would have followed up and almost a leg. But he doesn't.
So yeah, you guys are getting it. Just, practice a little bit in your own time. Like I said, it's just this basic beat. It doesn't usually go beyond there, but they're going to make it very fancy and overblown, so it's going to be tough to listen, but you'll see your other dancers just follow them a bit.
Steve, that's been
Okay.
very helpful.
Yeah, no problem. Orbison has no idea. He's actually really good at the things he does.
They'll certainly be. I'm certain this will be quite helpful for at least having a baseline too, so we are not at least completely unprepared for whatever events may be, making us look like complete fools.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I've been able to bluff my way out of a few bits and pieces, but the dance, they usually try to rope me in. It's always embarrassing.
Mm-hmm. It is usually how those functions work. It is basically to let people know that they're from the outside.
Well, I mean, it's your kind of thing. This is how they do that. It's just standard, but they bring, I came in as the hero to talk about the conversation piece, and then I'm having to shuffle on the floor with all these. Trying to think of a right term here. Dewy-eyed and sometimes enthusiastic, and other times just weird looking. I met a family once. There was no chins.
Mm.
They should have had chins. That's Neverwinter for you, though.
And Cornelius probably most likely already know who he's talking about.
Yeah, that sounds like one family you know who are so low in the totem pole. Like even when your family lost their money, they were still above this lunch.
They didn't. The chinless ones, they didn't offer the black pudding, did they?
That was the best thing of the whole evening. Everything else was so pompous and fancy, like a bit of fried blood was fine.
And Cornelius is just looking in horror, knowing about some of the secret about the black pudding.
What's wrong with the black pudding?
Oh, he's not saying it. This is
Yeah,
just
yeah, I
him
know.
knowing it.
I think she's asking out of character.
No.
No, she's asking in character, what's wrong with the black pudding?
You better not tell me that's where her old servants went.
Oh no, nothing that gratuitous. No, is well. Let's just say it wasn't usually always husbandry animals.
Oh dear.
Luckily, I'm basically a walking incinerator, so I've eaten worse probably.
I don't know how to react to that.
So, as we tap our feet around here, how you guys planning for that dragon?
That is quite far out into the future.
Yeah, I don't think that dragon's gonna be dealt with any time in the next immediate future.
I've heard about shadow dragons.
We have.
Yeah, well, the most important thing about them.
Keep them out of the shadows.
You'd think, but actually, well, that's true. It's just the worst thing about them is when the breath hits, if you drop, that's it. People can survive barely at a red dragon's breath, but if you hit the floor to whatever they push out of them, you're gone. So I was just wondering how prepared you are for that.
Not at all, to be
Okay.
honest.
Yep,
Yeah.
Good to know.
we're not ready for this yet.
Yeah, that's I'm glad to know that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
I do know
Zarzul
what
and
we're-
Malgern, I want a big whiskey. I want a bigger whiskey.
Yeah. I need a drink after this drink.
I like my scotch a little
Drink,
scotch. I
drink.
like scotch. I like scotch.
Scotch, scotch, scotch.
What?
No, not you. I just want some good old American scotch. Because scotch is made in America, yeah.
What's it taste like? Importation. That's good then.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I suppose that is for today's lecture. Do remember there is also tomorrow.
Oh, right. Okay. I'll be working a bit late. Oh shit. I'm sure it's
You do-
fine. I was rough up. Look, yeah. Orbison's just sort of talking to himself at this point.
Oh, you do not have to worry, Orbiton. I'll be sure to take whatever you have. You don't need to get involved.
Oh no, I'm just realizing I was kind of on my lunch break.
Oh.
shit.
Oh,
No, it's fine. The guy said just take the full day off when he saw me.
oh.
Apparently, it's not uncommon.
Mm.
At least he told you to take the day off.
Not bad for my first day. There you go, Droop. You're getting this. All right, little guy. Let's go deal with the cups. So, I mean, I can dance with my lady here all night, but how about the rest of you guys?
Well,
I'm gonna go find a bar.
Follow that kobold.
I feel like I need to buy somebody several kegs.
Apparently, Malgern's forgotten about the arena.
He's distracted momentarily.
By booze.
And the fact that he
Would-
just danced with a kobold.
Would there be a bar at the arena? We could cover both with one hit.
Drinking at a sporting event? That'll never catch on.
You madman.
10 coal piece night.
If you catch a limb, that's a free drink. Fresh Roman ham.
Hey, I'm just more referring to an actual American sport event. We've
Yep.
decided to have tenseless beer night.
Zarzul choosy about his doors.
I don't remember which is the back and which is the front.
Big door is the front.
And I'll go and up the back because now they can't going out together. It's awkward.
Yeah.
What will the neighbors think?
Oh well. I'm
So
gonna have to
scandalous.
take drink. Let us go to the bar. After my poor showing
Yeah.
at the drinking contest, I think I need to practice.
I mean, there's one at the arena. It's kind of closer.
Onward to the arena.
I just hope that's a bit.
Malgern thinks about it for a second, and you know what? It's fine. Yeah, this works. This is okay. Because
I mean,
it's closer.
You were going there, right, for the letter and all.
Oh yeah, yeah. Almost forgot about that. This
Oh, sorry,
Different.
man. I mean, there's a
Yeah,
couple.
I guess-
There's other bars.
no. I could kill two birds with one stone, or kill two dwarf.
Like the Amber
You know
Lily's a
what?
really nice place. It's got some dancing girls. They're kind of cute.
Sold. As I kind of push past Zarzul, like, yeah, that's much better than.
he's giving it up for the girls, huh?
I was like, yeah, that's what I need right now. So I need a palate cleanser.
Yeah, I've only got death wine on me.
I do have fire water, but I'm saving that. Can't just drink that anytime.
Hang on a second. Congrats.
Special occasions.
Stepping over to Orbison, a few whispered words. All right then. There you go. I'll be back in a little bit. Follows Malgern. Takes a bit to catch up to him because Malgern is faster than him.
I am the fastest dwarf alive.
Yep. Foot speed, anyway.
Yeah.
You got a challenge?
I guess you could put it that way, as I show him the letter.
That looks like a challenge.
Yeah, he's
Nice
got away with
penmanship.
words, that one.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it?
I mean, what else? What is there to do about it? You gotta. I'm just gonna beat him. Can't be that hard.
You're heading to a bar filled with dancing girls.
Yeah. Next to the arena, I can kill two birds with one stone. Can't a guy have some fun? Especially after that.
What's wrong with that?
I was dancing with a kobold.
I mean, you're friends, aren't you? Wasn't it fun?
I don't. Fun is not the word I would use. And friends.
There's not a lot
I
you're saying.
get.
There's not a lot you're saying here that's definite.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Finn,
Father.
Finn Malgern, where's the bar?
I would know the way to the bar, right? Or the arena.
Yeah, you know enough.
Yeah.
Orbison gave you directions once. I think his previous session he talked about
Didn't
it.
write them down though, so.
It's real easy.
So-
Well, it's just there's so many people you could ask.
How do I get to the arena? Points to the giant coliseum that you can definitely see in the distance. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that though.
About
Where
what?
you're just not planting your feet. I've known dwarves that are stubborn, that are driven, and we've only known each other a few days, but I'm not seeing a lot of drive out of you, and I'm worried.
And I start to get defensive, give him that look like, you think you know me?
He admits he doesn't.
Yeah.
He just said, I've only known you for a few days.
I know, but Malgern's taking offense like, oh, so I'm not like the other doors? I'm kind of internally taking offense to this, so this face is kind of changing, because it's like...
Does he say anything, though?
I'm trying to think. Not yet, because I can't think of what he's kind of torn, because on the one hand, like, secretly deep down, I think he knows he's right, but he doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah, I mean, you could just say that you try and say that you're trying to unconvincingly try to convince him.
Unconvincingly trying to convince, yes,
Yeah.
that sounds terrible.
Sounds about right.
Let's see, I mean, what do you mean I don't plant my feet? I'm a hero of Van Dalen. Like I'm a hero. I am a hero.
Are you trying to fail there?
There's
Is
no...
he trying to?
You don't get the
trying to
roll
convince
deception
himself?
on that.
No.
Because he basically just had a tantrum.
No. This is tough because I know what I want to do, but I just can't express it. But I'm trying to think. Like, I know I rolled that because it's like, does Malgern even believe what he's saying right now? Like,
No.
That's up to you to decide.
yeah.
I mean, I think we can tell from the way he said it, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
As he stomps his foot.
Yeah.
That's the thing, you are.
Daddy didn't love me. No.
Alright, hug it out, wide loud. Come in,
Have,
little
like, an
scaly
awesome
bro,
power
everyone
come
in.
here.
I'll just lay on hands here. Just get with the healing.
I'm sorry, these can't do psychological healing, only physical healing. It's
Yeah.
useless.
You know, that
Good
version
heal.
of you in the play, Megrin, I think his name was. I don't know, a few things he did seem familiar.
Familiar.
Did you have an oath?
Once.
And you've not
That
looked back at
was-
it.
A while ago. There were things that happened in Van Dalen that didn't
Even he
pan
says Van Dalen.
out. Yeah.
You know what? We've still got some walking until the arena.
long and the short of it, I feel like it's unfinished business. And I'm kind of saying that with, emphasis on like, yeah, we didn't.
So much unfinished business.
Yeah, so much of that. I'm trying not to make it sound bad,
But it's pretty
But
bad.
but there's no way to get around Malgurd's like, I don't know how else to say, yeah.
And so you're just keeping your head low and scuffing your heels.
What else can I do?
You could actually face up to it.
I mean, isn't that what this is? Points to the letter. That's where I'm going there.
You were going to the bar filled with ladies.
Yeah, but it's next to the arena. I can do both.
You were going to get stinking drunk in the Amber Lily and not bother coming out.
You don't know that. You don't know me.
As he looks at Zarzul, he was going to do that, wasn't he?
Fine, we're not going to the bar.
The Zarzul token kept on walking.
If Zarzul's going to stay, so I was like, fine, I guess we're not going to the bar, and I kind of start walking faster towards the arena.
Well, this sounds important. Maybe we should have drinks afterwards to celebrate. Maybe.
Yeah.
No.
You know what?
Zarzul's kind of like, oh shit.
I'll catch up to
What
you guys.
happened?
I'll just tell the rest where we're going.
Was
He
like,
do- and he does indeed return,
okay.
informing the rest of them that he's going to the arena.
Pissed.
Which is a lovely stone building. It actually has a wooden decking outside as well. A lot of seating areas. And let's just move the players to the actual map. There we go. And no need to pull out tokens or anything, because you guys are over here. Except for that one extra guy, we don't need that one. There we go, that's better.
Or did you say, how's this map working again?
Front door, basically.
Front door, okay.
I'll pull out congrats as well. But yeah, it is a big, bustling place. Like, okay,
recognize
it's...
some of these people.
Yeah, it's lunchtime. It's not exactly jumping and jiving to full business, but you can already hear some cheering, some idle yells, some people just grumbling. The air is thick with the scent of alcohol. It actually managed to outweigh the sweat blood. And there's even a bit of music playing, although doesn't seem like there's a band anywhere. But there are a few very odd, like, vase-like structures on the bar in certain segments. Seems to be producing the sound. And I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another drink while he's away.
I'll be right back.
Well, then I'll be right back as well. Alright, back in.
And back in play.
Welcome back. I think it's also gone at the moment.
Who went?
Rain.
Everyone else here?
Yeah.
And she was muted.
Okay. I probably should have filled up my drink then.
I thought about what you did.
Nah, I
that's
just had
that's
to head
what
off
I
for a sec.
did. You stepped away, so I went and grabbed another drink.
Well, entertain the folks while I do that.
Daddy wasn't there.
Nothing that's copyright
Nick
infringible.
there. He doesn't care.
I don't think anybody could be copyrighted off of that.
Zippity doo dah, zippity yay.
Oh, that ride is gonna go away.
It's gonna go away. My laughing place with the broken fox. I'm gonna miss it.
Oh, the demented Foxy.
That was terrifying.
So for a while in Splash Mountain, one of the Brer Foxes was malfunctioning, and he wasn't actually saying his bits. So he was just like shaking his head, and it looked like he was laughing maniacally, and he wasn't making a lot of conjoined movements.
He was just emitting a high pitched screeching sound.
Yeah, it was terrifying. We're like, okay, here's Foxy for you.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, this heat is atrocious.
Summer, you dumb bitch.
Oh, I can't wait to get out of it.
You see, we have an easy solution to that. It's called air conditioning.
It's an
We've already
expensive
established
solution.
it doesn't have central cooling.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
It happened last year.
Yeah, every year.
We're in the superior country with air conditioning everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was in your country, I could go into an empty house from the people who died from the plague and steal their air conditioning.
That would work.
That's becoming an easier option,
But
especially
look,
in Florida.
has the highest number of cases, not the highest number of deaths. They're still in their house. They're just not feeling well.
For now.
We just have 9,000 of them.
Yeah.
It's over 9,000.
Everyone
Reopen
back?
the economy.
Florida's the warm place, isn't it? That's not where he wants to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
but we
wouldn't
have
want-
air
It's got
conditioning.
AC.
Yeah, it's like we've learned to live in 100-degree heat by pumping gratuitous amounts of cold air and everything.
Yeah. So, everyone back? We were waiting on
Yes.
Rena and Pio. Yes, excellent. Okay.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
Then we get back to the session, where indeed Malgern and Zarzul have happened upon the arena. Congrats has returned to the foaming kiss, pointing out that
The what? Oh,
the place you guys live. The foam
Oh, okay. I
kind
get
of
it.
goaded Malgern to go to the arena there, so heading back there now. Just what you guys would like to know.
I look at Cornelius. Should we go to make sure that he doesn't do something stupid?
Too late. You're not gonna get here fast enough.
It's better he learns.
Yeah, but I'm
Will
more
he though? Will he?
I'm more interested to make sure that we can pick him back up afterwards. I don't want him to end up in a ditch and then we have to go find
I
him.
love the amount of confidence that you guys have in me right now. This is.
Also, the confidence I have in Zarzul. I mean, really, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are. Whenever you guys walk in, Malgern, this does feel cozy. Zarzul, you feel a bit of a headache, but in general, it seems all right. And you notice
I
that
have a headache.
yeah. Just a little bit of one.
So
Just
I
a
have-
little pain at the back of the skull.
Interesting. Do I know what might be causing such a thing?
You're thinking maybe just the crowd and the loudness. It's it's closed in. There's not that many people there, but it is reverberating.
It's like,
And you can see quite a lot
okay,
of folks.
should be fine.
Much more different from the usual citizenry, although they're arrayed as well. You do indeed see familiar faces from the drinking contest. You see the huge tiger-like tabaxi, who has got sitting at the front row just watching two dudes just pummeling each other bare knuckle. Closer to you, however, is also a fancier tabaxi, in big hat and mantle. You see the hob woman, the dwarf, Ushane the Goosh. On the other side, you see a huge, like Congrats was big and bulky. This guy is just taller, but he's big. He's just got that imposing presence. Golden scales, and you can see on his back this bizarrely intricate pattern of sweeping, thick black ink that has been buried into his scales. And he just sits there with two girls sitting on his lap on one leg. And sitting there as well, just ignoring him, is a tiefling with a bit of vinery around her neck, a slight floral pattern along her cloak.
As far as Azul knows, floral patterns on tiefling seems to be normal. Okay.
And you can
I
just
mean, yeah, that.
and you just about make out, like, he's very close to you, but he is blending in to an unlit corner, a very dark-scaled dragonborn, just spiky as all hell. Nearly every one of his scales seems to end in some sort of sharp point. And he's just dressed in simple levers, a black cloak slung around it, but not hooded and not covering up anything. He's just sitting there, kind of like how Siegfried dresses. Whoever that was.
Flashy-ish. Not really, but...
Just like a guy who has the bare minimum of armor. And yeah, the crowd is enjoying the spectacle. Quite an overweight dude and a very skinny, wiry one, but they are just beating each other like slabs of meat right now.
So just to refresh my memory, he came to the house and called me out.
Yep.
And then did he send the letter before? Was that before or after the letter?
He gave the letter to Orbinson, and then he just followed Orbinson.
Okay, so it was the same time. Okay.
Yep. He wanted to make sure the message was delivered.
Is
And
the
up
letter?
the notes, where's the
Funny question.
bar?
Is the letter grammatically correct?
It is. As you can see, the bar is actually most of the area. It runs around the arena.
I'm assuming that guy there might be the bartender?
You do see two people tending bar at the moment, although one of them is moving quickly up and down the other. That looks like the guy in charge. He seems to have most of the money arrayed around him. But it's also a fighting arena, so it's likely he's the bookie too.
Yeah. I was gonna say there's probably a bookie.
Yeah.
As you pass the huge gold dragonborn, there's a yelp from one of the girls, and he looks down and says, "Ha ha! I have not seen one as small as you. Are you here to fight?"
Yes, am I? No, I'm here to drink and enjoy.
You should fight. But you drink and enjoy as well. And then he clouts you on the back with just a hand that is the size of you. It feels that way from the impact.
Bump. Oh. Hey, that's good one.
Well, I am the strongest there is. Sorry about that. Have a coin. And flicks a platinum coin at you.
Thank you, good sir. Enjoy your night.
You'll enjoy
Fucking
this night.
enjoy.
I'm fighting soon.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. I'll be sure to bet on you. This looks
You
really
should.
interesting.
The odds are lousy, but I always win. And as you can see,
fair.
the other fighters, the obviously armed ones, they all grumble and sink a little lower. Except for the dwarf who just smashes his hammer and breaks up some of the stone tiles.
Okay, this is good. So far, I've made a platinum out of this deal. I'm fine.
Yeah. I mean, you look back at him and he is dripping in coin and women.
Yep.
This guy looks like he could spare a few platinum.
So could I technically, but let's not go into that.
Hello, little one.
Hello.
I need to make sure now you are above the drinking of age.
Oh, most definitely.
Perfect. Welcome to my arena.
Oh, this is a splendid place.
Betting, drinking, or
unfortunately-
fighting. You can do all
Possibly
three of
the
them. You can do
first.
all three at once if you want.
First two for now. We'll see where I go after that. Maybe
Excellent.
the third. Who knows?
Excellent. Although I will say betting is closed currently on this because he's about to fucking drop.
That's yes. No, I would not come in at the end. This is not sportsmanship.
No, that's more of a lover, not a fighter thing.
Thanks, I hate it. It's like I can't be the only one taking psychic damage from that.
How big you going for your drink then, little guy?
Did you
I
learn
think
anything
I'll-
from the drinking contest?
No.
Yeah, yeah, I did. I'll start with something light to start with, and do you serve bar snacks as well, or some bread, or something to eat as well? I haven't done peckish.
Oh, right. Well, if you want... Yeah, no problem there. We've got some bread rolls, and we currently have a platter of dried fruit.
Oh, that'd be excellent, good sir.
Something nice to nibble on. We're currently out of nuts, but the new shipment will be in a few hours.
Oh, excellent. So, how much for a drink and the bar snacks?
Well, considering you're going light, he's only going to charge you silver.
Okay.
Just to get you started.
Yep. Done.
Malgurn, what are you up to?
He seems
see
to have frozen in the doorway.
I was waiting for all that to fit. I see. I do walk over to where the dwarf is. Does he have a drink?
He does. Well, yes, he's a dwarf.
Unlike
I
you.
can't really get my token where I want it, but I'm not sitting on the bench with him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to pick up his drink.
I'm gonna preempt this, and I'm gonna ask the barman to send a couple of dwarven drinks over to the pair of dwarves.
Okay, that'll be a
Get
gold.
started.
Oh.
Yep.
In that case, that kind of changes things.
All right, so you want to roll athletics?
Well, if Zarzul's gonna send drinks over to us, I want to take one of those drinks and throw it in his face, followed by the words, "No, you're a shit."
You splash it in his face. He wrings it out of his beard into his mouth. Then he looks at you, sweeps a hand to dry off his bald scalp, stands up, and quickly jots with his hammer just to knock against your armor, your chest a bit. Oh no, we're not deciding it that way. You're a shit, and I'm gonna prove it down there.
God, I hate him when he's too perfect.
Have your balls
Fine.
dropped yet?
Do you have any balls?
More than you could count. By which I mean I've got 2.
To the bookkeeper, I say 5 gold on the new dwarf.
Ow!
He's betting on you
Yeah.
to
Oh, the
win.
new dwarf. Okay.
Yeah, the new dwarf.
For some reason, I applied new dwarf. I was like, for some reason, I felt like I was the old dwarf. Okay.
He
That's
looks He looks a feisty one, not the smartest, but neither is he. Can you tell me anything? I assume he's a friend of yours.
Yes, he is definitely a friend.
Gonna need to know
Whether he
some
would-
things, because Ushane's not a big loser.
Well, I'm not expecting the gold back.
Thanks, buddy. Love you too.
I was about to say nothing about him being the hero, one of the heroes of Van Dalen.
That man looks like he knows what stories are for and how not to trust them.
It's like he Zarzul doesn't think he'll buy it.
You spread out the name after he wins.
He is one of the heroes of Van Dalen. He is, they call him Malgrun, I think. Malgrun?
Malgrun, God.
He is Malgurn.
The dwarf points behind you, Malgurn, and shouts, "An elf with his throat cut."
Wait, what?
He points behind you and
Sorry.
yells, "There's an elf with his throat cut."
Who does that? The dwarf?
The dwarf.
Oh boy.
Kind of not sure how to respond to that, but I don't know if I'm not understanding the situation or if I just can't think right now.
Well, he's pointing and tells you to look in another direction and react to him saying there's an elf was his
Yeah.
throat cut. Like he's saying, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Yeah.
Oh. And he pushed me with his he put his hammer on my armor
No, he tapped you.
or tapped me. I kind of pull the tosser out and I tap him a little harder. I was like, and just I don't say anything. I just give him a stern look.
Fine. We do this the hard way. He grabs your beard and starts to tie it into his.
Oh, shit!
Oh god.
Okay.
Knife fight. Da, 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 da.
Do you resist? Do you
No.
help?
I help.
Now, you know this is a big fucking deal. No dwarf entwines his
Yeah.
beard with another unless they're fucking or fighting.
Yeah, no, and I understand. I'm hot blooded, especially because that whole conversation with Kagrad's got like
Yeah.
got
And now that
Malgurn
he's done that,
hot under
he
the-
starts hauling you towards the arena. Like it's a
Okay,
tug of
I'm
war
not-
thing.
yeah, but I'm not gonna resist because I know
Yeah.
we don't do this.
He's
in the bar.
also removing his armor. Just unbuckling and throwing shit down by his sides.
I will do the same.
Yep.
That would be hard with your beards tied together.
Not really, because it's mainly breastplate, plate armor. So you just do the unbuckles on the side and then pull it out.
Yeah, you just take the points off and it.
Yeah.
it
The
literally
tough part
falls
is the
to
padding, but I mean, what's the point of taking off the padding? It's not going to block anything.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking jumps into the arena with you along for the ride. Now,
That's
there's a bit of complaints from the two guys who are still fighting in the arena,
Oh, they're still good.
but he just backhands one, and you see the guy fucking crumple as he gets hit in the gut.
Was it the guy winning or the guy losing?
Doesn't matter to him.
Oh no, but it matters to us. Was it the
Yeah.
guy winning or the guy losing?
It was the guy. It was the fat guy winning.
Were they humans?
Yeah,
Oh, it's fine.
but he just caught him square in the breadbasket and just knocked every bit of air out of him.
Ooh. Yeah.
You and me, fucker.
And the rest of
I,
us are just hoping that we get there
yeah.
in time to see what's
Oh
going
yeah, by this point you guys have arrived. Just in time to see Malgurn go over the edge with another dwarf.
on. I just kind of look at Cornelius. So, how many gold are we betting on the other guy?
I am not betting on this savagery. Why did you drag me here?
Because you're married, remember?
The Tabaxi,
Because
the slick-looking Tabaxi turns in the seat. Oh, so you know the new guy. How much is he worth?
Well, considering he, as he starts counting up all the thing. Okay, so he almost killed a lot.
At this point, because it has
I
been
thank God
forgotten-
I can't hear that because I'm already pissed from what Congrats said. If I heard that, I'd be like, almost.
Yeah, Congrats hears this. Congrats hears this and puts down 20 gold onto the table with the Tabaxi. Yeah, ignore that. The guy's a fucking champion. In the making, at least.
Oh, he's got my back. Nice.
Yeah.
Zazzle remembers one of the 2 drinks sent over to the dwarves was not drunk or thrown in somebody's face, and picks it up and takes it. Fine for now.
Nice. I'm just waiting for the token to flip over. How many points is that, Corvus?
He is taking it very slowly.
Oh, he's learned. Yeah.
I think I might end up putting down 5 gold on Malgern.
Shellslide looks to be entertained. He's whooping a bit.
I'm impressed that you're all betting on Malgern here.
Rain is doing it purely because she thinks it would be awkward if she betted against you and you won.
So we're friends? What you're saying is we're friends.
Yep.
Yes.
This-
She's trying to be a supportive person.
This is the bonding experience Corvus has been waiting for.
Yep. Although, Cornelius Zarzul, there's a headache developing for both of you right now. It's also developing for the hobwoman who is just grabbing at her temples. And your noses all start to drip and bleed.
Oh.
And in the arena itself, one of the men just ruptures utterly. There was something too large that came out from inside him and lands with a thud into the sand and the dirt, right beside the
this is
two
my-
dueling dwarves,
No, you
as it
can't do
rears
this
up to
me,
its
not
full
now. This is
height.
My moment. Son of a bitch!
And as its mouth opens, it disengorges 2 other creatures, just made of blades and limbs.
Fuck off.
This is your chance to be a hero.
I'm tied to another dwarf. I'm kind of busy at the moment.
And you're also not in armor.
Oh,
I know. Yeah, you son of a bitch. You set me up. And I'm assuming this is bare knuckle brawling, right?
I mean, yeah, you brought no weapons in.
Oh, fuck yeah. I was like,
You might still have your tosser. You can
I was
claim
gonna
your
say,
tosser.
can I claim the tosser? I'll get to that. Yeah, I'll get to that. You set me up, you son of a bitch.
Here's the thing, though.
I've
As
been
you might
paying attention
imagine-
to those headaches going shit.
As you might imagine, this only would have happened if Cornelius and Zarzul were also there.
Oh
What?
God!
Wait, what?
Wait, yeah, hold on.
Nope, it's your turn, top of a round. This shit's just happened.
And I'm tied to a dwarf.
He is also
What's-
quite
what's-
surprised by this.
Yeah. And so he's surprised. So he's obviously okay.
Well, not surprised mechanically, but he obviously
But, you
didn't
know,
plan for this.
Yeah, he's not. He's obviously like, okay, I think the fight's on hold. So
Which is why he looks at you to see what you're thinking, and then he takes the lead
Yeah.
because he's a better dwarf. As he jerks you along with the beards, as he gives this thing a headbutt in the side. And he misses. Like, he hits against it, and there's a thud. You see a bruise on his temple, but it doesn't hurt the creature, whatever it is.
I'm gonna show him that I'm the better dwarf, and I'm not gonna use the tosser. Yeah, I'm the
Nice,
better
that's a
dwarf.
hit.
You somehow found the groin on it.
Yeah, I don't know what it looks like, but I hit it.
You go for where 3 of the legs are joined together and just smash your fist in. It hurts the hand, and it doesn't really move a whole lot.
And you know what? I've got 2 hands.
Yep. Oh, that's right. He does a second
Aw.
attack as well.
Yeah.
He's
but
basically the
second one
same
doesn't
level.
hit.
Yeah, so he watches you do that, sees miss, and then goes in again with his own head. And just, again, fuzz against plating, but he doesn't look at all discouraged. He looks like this will work if he just keeps doing it enough.
Ah, yes, the hallmark of a true
You're
dwarf.
realizing you might be the smarter dwarf here.
I mean, I did take an ASI to bump my intelligence
Yep.
up to 0.
And, of course, we're going to do this as a lair action. People are getting the fuck out of here. This is not part of a show. These people are running for the doors.
But-
Including one who looks to be a city guardsman.
Wow.
Way above his pay grade.
The bookie does not move, however. He just leans over and looks expectantly.
20 bucks on the monster!
Which one's the bookie?
The guy next to you.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The guy literally with a book in his hand.
You want to put more money on the dwarves, huh?
Yeah, so suddenly I go up to 20 gold on the dwarves.
Hey, so long as there is no interference, absolutely.
Oh, well, in
And
that
your
case,
coins
I
are
take it
swept
back.
away.
I'm going in.
Oh no, he's saying that when your coins are swept away.
Oh.
Zarzul, your turn.
I don't care about 5 gold or 20 gold. Now, I'm gonna do something which probably won't help, or I'm betting won't actually be done. But first, I'm going to toss a dagger down towards Malgern, so he can cut himself free of the bed if he wants.
Hey, do you really? No.
Still
Oh,
have some hair growth potion.
Now, Gurn, remember
could-
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he didn't say anything, so.
Yeah, he just throws you a knife.
Just
Yeah.
I've thrown you a weapon. I'm not going to do any more than that.
Things have to be fucking dire for the dwarf.
Yeah,
to
that's the thing.
I know. Things would have to be absolutely horrendous for that to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, it got bigger.
No, I'm just
Oh,
taking the
dear.
piss.
That would have been good, though.
Yep. I've just thrown you a dagger. It may or may not be of use. It's a serrated dagger. It's only...
Anything else?
Whatever.
Serrated dagger, they banned those. The Germans don't like it when you do that.
I know. But then I'm going to... I'm going to pick on one of the small things and fire a rock at it. As in fire a bow.
That's a hit. For 11 damage.
Closer one.
And what are your damage types?
That's the rock arrow.
No, it's undead or your favorite enemy.
Aberration.
Alright. Takes a bit of extra hit. But you seem to know where to wound that thing, despite it just being a mass of limbs.
I can see the weaker limbs.
Anything else from you?
Finally, a real fight.
Any movement?
And I knock back. Yes, I go back to the bar and take a swig of the dwarven, a dwarven drink.
Alright.
Moving back to the edge.
If you're gonna swig it, then that's a con save.
Okay.
Because you're doing this in
We
6
are doing
seconds.
this.
Yeah.
We're doing this the dwarven way.
You are not drunk, but you are very close.
Yep.
Like, it is just
Good.
flooding to you. You can feel it sifting behind your eyes.
Okay, next round, breadsticks.
The creature's turn. This thing leaps at you, Zarzul, in just a flurry. And that's exactly what you get as well. As it unleashes 6 attacks.
Attack for Malgren.
No, this thing jumped in the air and then just fucking launched itself
Yeah,
at
no.
you. 1. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm doing this to GM by mistake. The first one's a 22, second's a 15.
Just a 20.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Oof.
So the 18 doesn't hit. Right?
Let me just quickly check my sheet.
It's your favorite
18
part
is
of being
my armor class.
Okay, so that hits as well. So you take at the end of that 36 damage. As this thing just fucking blends into you.
Ow. Well,
The other one clambers its way in this horribly writhing, sinewy shape up onto the balcony of the arena, then leaps again and goes onto the higher balcony for the upstairs. And vanishes into the second floor of the place. There is a hideous scream heard, and then no scream heard. Although there's other screams being done, but one specifically ends suddenly.
Oh boy.
And then this thing looks at the dwarves that have tried to bludgeon it. So yeah, it's just gonna smash each of you. Well, it's gonna start with Malgern first. He actually did damage.
Okay.
For 20 damage. And you know what?
Oh,
Since it hit you,
no.
it's gonna hit you again. But it misses this time. But yeah, it just takes these big chitinous masses for arms and just smashes them down on you.
What's
You're-
my AC right now? Stripped armor.
Oh, that's right, you have no armor. So what's your dex? +2? +3.
+4.
It's not +4.
Yeah, it is. When I redid the character, I dumped some. I did a stat increase because I dropped the 1 feet.
Hang on.
Put one into Dex and one into Intelligence, making it an 18.
Jesus,
And my
you do. You
intelligence
really
is 10.
do. His stat is 20, 18, 18. Where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, because I dropped the one shield feat and took a +1 in
Okay,
Dex and a
so
+1
12
in
misses.
Intelligence.
Cornelius.
No, Malgern has a pretty decent stat block.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a ridiculous stat block now.
Yeah.
Cornelius, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is very suddenly bad.
Nothing else happened other than my nose beat, though.
I mean, it's still going, and you still feel
Oh,
the pain in your
gosh.
head, but it's not debilitating.
Well, it's supposed to be a nice evening. We've learned to dance and taught them table manners. Now I gotta make them survive, make them remember it.
Completely undermining your struggle is the great golden dragonborn. Ladies, you go on to safety. I'll handle this. As he even bumps you out of a way, just 5 feet. And then leaps in.
I imagine at this point, the community just kind of just stumbling forward with his hands kind of forward, just kind of catching the blood, not exactly sure what to do.
Apart from getting a flashback to college. In case you've noticed,
And then-
I'm using some of the gladiators with your turns. Go on, Cornelius.
Yeah. And, well, not sure what happened to the one that went outside. I don't think there's much I can do to catch up with it.
Oh, it's not outside, it's up. It's above you.
Oh. Oh, it's above me. Can I target it? Or is it
No,
above?
it's on the second
Is it like-
floor.
Okay.
See the stairs over here?
The stairs to the second floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's out of sight because it went basically, above where you are, so you can't look to see it over a rim or anything.
Well, I think it's time for a old favorite here, the scorching rays. I'm not gonna start pumping a fireball in the middle of a lot of civilians here.
I mean,
That's how big
you
the
can.
was
You're the
right
wizard
there,
who
I cast
can.
Fireball.
Yeah, but one fireball, I get.
You have spell shaping, right?
Yeah, but it's against one enemy. It's more effective against multiple.
Yeah, so you shape it against me and don't worry about everything else. It's fine.
I think I'm just gonna start off with a scorching ray on it. One, 2, 3.
2 of those hit. Are you going for a big one? Or are you going
No,
for
I
one
just
by
cast-
Zarzul?
I just casted it at level 2.
No. Who were you targeting again?
Oh yeah, the big one.
Okay. So yeah, 2 of those hit. And you see some of the Carabas start to blacken a bit, but it doesn't do a whole lot. You expected more force
Oh, this is bad.
But the great Dragonborn leaps on down with his enormous sword that he pulls from underneath his cape. It looks like the thing was just lining his back. Do not worry, anyone. I am a champion. I will never be defeated in my ring. And so he starts swinging. And he goes recklessly, too. Two.
Cordell could learn something from this guy.
Although his damage is actually pretty bad. Look at that.
Oh,
Fucking near minimum.
that's
The thing itself isn't all that bothered by the great impacts, but it makes a great sound. And the blade is polished to a hell of a degree. It is catching every bit of light. So, you know, it looks cool. Do not you worry, small ones. I have this.
I don't like that.
I will show myself as the real monster killer, eh, Hushain?
I don't like what he just called me.
Rain.
Okay, where are the dwarves' weapons?
Strewn around here.
Alright,
Except for the tosser.
so. 1, 2, 3.
Remember, you can also just call all the people to do this.
Yeah, I know. But those 3 are running.
Yeah.
So I'd probably just point out, I'd look straight at Kagrat, point at him, and say, toss them down if you're going down there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going upstairs. Where's upstairs?
Okay. I'll reveal it. Actually, hang on. Yeah. Doo-ba-doo.
That's over there.
Hang on.
Yeah, I was wrong on my armor class. I should have been 19. Oh well.
Well, subtract one of the damage, one of the hits.
Okay. Again 11. Still doesn't bring me to half.
Alright, so that would be my turn.
Yep. Also, better movement in range. There we go. Okay.
I forgot I removed the extra +1 AC I had from the cummerbund when I was in the anti-magic area.
All right. The fancy tabaxi watches Rain go up the stairs and says, "Madame, please," and quickly chases. It's much too dangerous. You should not be risking yourself like this. Let us handle it.
I know what I'm doing, thank you.
Very well then, let me just be your shield.
No.
Just no.
At this
You
point,
know
I'm also
better
be
than
like,
this.
who
You know
has
you can't tell cats what to do. It doesn't work.
who has the diamonds?
A wizard.
Why don't I have a diamond?
I don't know, why don't you have a diamond?
Because you revived a bunch of people who were being ritually sacrificed, remember?
At which point, then I would probably lean over, considering we can see down from there, and shout, "Cornelius, throw me up a diamond!"
Oh, no. You can't actually see the corpse specifically, but they're actually... This is just to show that someone died there. The room, covered. This guy took the same amount of attacks that Zarzul did. There is not a body to revive.
Oh, there's not a body to revive. Oh,
No.
I'd still probably be calling for it, because I'm assuming somebody else is gonna die. Because I know somebody's dead in there.
Do not worry, though, madame. I am Horizon West, and I will defend you.
I don't need defending, thank you.
As he draws his blade. Castalia.
Oh,
Well, first things first. Can I toss the tosser down without an action? Or is that strictly an action?
Nah, that's your item interaction. It's fine.
Alright, then I go down here and I toss the tosser into the ring. Or, yeah.
Yeah, you just hurl it.
Alright. My bonus action is I will weave a hex on
Okay.
this guy.
Congrats likewise does it for the great hammer that the dwarf has. Throwing it over to him. Which lands with a resounding thud on the monster and then slides off to the ground.
And I will use my action to conjure a packed longsword into my hand.
Alrighty. See you down there. As he just leaps on down.
Stay safe.
Of course, remembering he doesn't have a weapon in hand.
The tosser's right there.
However,
Daggers on the ground.
yep.
And the great hammer, too.
Mm-hmm. However, he does instead. You see a ring underneath his armor, because he actually did wear his armor today. Well, no, come to think of it, no, he isn't right now. His armor's still being repaired. So his AC's shit right now. It's actually 8.
Oh, Kirk Gats, you did not think this through.
But he is wearing a bit of jewelry. Golden ring around his wrist. And you can see his hand get covered in ice. As he just swipes at the thing. Let's see, I need to actually set his advantage toggle, because he doesn't have it right now. 11 is a miss, as is that. Consistency. Love to see it too, don't you? What the fuck? But yeah, he takes 2 swipes with an ice-laden hand. But it just doesn't get through the armor. Should have fought this one through. Anyway, top of a round. Before your turn, Malgern, 2 more drop out from the creature's mouth.
No.
Before I forget, he has disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay. But yeah, 2 more of these things emerge from it. Shale Slide, a little bit freaked out right now. And the Tiefling makes her way outside. The Dark Dragonborn, however, just sits there watching for now. What are you up to, Malgern? But your tosser's been thrown down.
Do I take the tosser, or since he doesn't have a weapon, do I want to show him up and just ignore the tosser? Decisions. Because I'm not thinking logically right now. I want to show him. I want to show up this dwarf, so I'm gonna ignore the tosser.
Who knew Kagratz would be undone by his midday nookie?
And, I'm gonna continue beating on the big thing because these little things aren't that scary.
Tell that to Zarzul.
Holy bananas! He is on point with those groin punches.
Yeah.
Once again.
And since I have 2 hands,
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. As you keep punching at it and not doing a hell of a lot, you notice. But hey, the other dwarf...
Hey.
The other dwarf sees you doing it, looks at his big hammer sitting there, and then just swings his head back in.
And I'm feeling really confident.
He's not being outdone by this, and he hits twice. Because a 19 hits.
I see that. I'm gonna action surge. I'm gonna swing twice. I'm gonna swing twice again. So 2 more groin punches. Yeah. Not gonna be outdone, you son of a bitch. Not gonna be outdone, you son of a bitch.
Hang on, no. Because he action surges.
I love it. This is great.
Oh, that's the wrong one, but it's the same number. So I'll just put this in.
Yeah.
So he hits twice again.
The same amount of damage.
Identical amount of damage for your 2 crits.
Yeah, I feel sad.
You're using a skill that does 1 + 5 damage, not 1d. It's 1.
Yep.
No, but
That's the thing. There's no
know what
crit
I'm
to
doing.
improve
I'm not-
on. There's no dice to improve on with a crit.
Yeah, I'm not complaining, but yeah.
But as the 2 of you have your weapons sitting by you, but the 2
No.
dwarves are just putting in a fist, and the other one's just mashing his head against this
Yeah.
thing that's barely moving from it.
He's not going to use a weapon. Neither am I.
The civilians get the fuck out of there even faster. This one is now at a safe distance, so he stands on a table to try and watch.
And I want to point out to everyone, we're still tied together while we're doing this.
Yep, beards are tied together. You got 15-foot movement. Zarzul.
Malgurn's getting his dwarf tails for the ages.
I'm loving this.
This monster came in between a dwarf grudge match.
Oh yeah, this woman tries to run. Hang on.
Isn't-
Into the book it goes.
11, that's a hit on her, actually. 5 slashing. The woman is just gashed down the back, but she's just barely able to run out. I was on the second floor. Anyway, back to Zarzul, sorry.
Zarzul isn't feeling great. He's had better days, let's be honest. But is going to mark the target next to him
Right.
and then proceed to get with the stabby. Seeing Zarzul isn't in
With
a
what? So you tossed your
grudge
knife.
match before. I had 2.
Okay. Just making sure.
I have a spare. I've been through this before. Having spares is not a
Yeah, when you use your sword instead of a fucking pry bar. That's a miss.
Oh. Zarzul sad. Oh well.
I don't think as sad as it's going to be.
Can he move back to the bar and grab a breadstick? Let's do this right. Or is that a bonus action I've already used?
No, that's fine. You can do that. The Dark Dragonborn
Okay.
takes a look at that, thinks for a moment, you know. He's kind of in danger. Draws a small crossbow from underneath his cloak and just lets loose a bolt. Here we go. There we go. But a 9 misses horribly. It just sails past. Thing's very wiry. Little tricky to get a bead on it. Now it's the turn of the monsters. So,
Yeah.
first off, and then the one on the first floor. Oh, shit. Hey, Zarzul. So, let's see now. Yeah, this one is going to leap for Cornelius, so that's an attack of
Yeah.
opportunity from Malgurn, Congrats, and Salamez.
Oh, you said leaping doesn't.
In this case,
Effective
it
at all.
moved, it moved right between them, like here.
Okay.
Like the other ones sort of clambered up walls and shit to get them, but everyone was in the way at this point. It was very dense. So let's see here. So congrats. Well, first of all, actually, Salamez. That's the wrong sheet. That's the drunk attacks. I need to use them sometime. There we go. Golden Greatsword. That's a miss. And congrats, but it's just barely a miss. Wow. Not doing well today for congrats. Malgurn, do you want to punch it?
Oh, I think Malgurn is getting kebabs.
Yeah. No, I'm back.
Okay. Do you want to punch at the wriggling clawed thing that's leaping for Cornelius? Well, dragging itself for Cornelius?
Yes, I do. Because the punching has been going really well, but not
That's a
anymore.
miss, sadly.
Yeah.
But not a far-off miss. Oh, wait a
He
minute.
was leaping, okay.
Wait a minute, correction. 15 is VAC, so he does hit. I managed to take a fair chunk out of it, actually.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yes. This one just throws itself over Castalia to get to the Hobwoman. So, Cornelius.
Mm-hmm.
It goes into a frenzy. 1,
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does not have advantage, so it's only the first column of attacks.
Yeah. Well, I've got a shield, but that's only gonna block 2 of them because I haven't actually got mage armor on.
Alrighty then. So,
I have a feeling Cornelius.
Yeah, you could just.
don't you have 45?
Yeah, 45. Okay, I thought it was one more, but
So you've
yeah.
got 4 HP left, right?
Ow.
You're not the only one, though. Because the Hobwoman... Oh, she's got much better rolls. Yeah, she only gets hit 3 times. Or actually, no, just, yeah, 19 and 19, actually. She is a monk, so she's got actual build there, yeah. So she's, oh, right, there's 25 up there. There we go.
Feel better.
There we go, 28.
Chorus, that makes me feel. Yeah, that makes me feel better, Chorus. Thank you. That makes all the blood come inside my body gushing right.
Hang on, you forgot your red dot. This thing emerges from the room. Starts to flail. Starts to flail Horizon, he's the closest. It did not recharge, however, so only gets 2 attacks. And it cannot hit the dashing Tabaxi. Now we have the creature. Who is basically surrounded, the huge Hulk. So it just smashes its arms down heavily. So let's see here. Did I forget to put that attack in? Hang on a second. Or does it just want this done to all of them? This is a nasty fucker. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, okay. Never mind. So it gets an attack against each of you. By which I mean Malgern and 3 of my NPCs. So we're going to go left to right. So first one's on Kagratz. That's a hit. Salamez. That's a hit. Malgern. That's a miss. And Ushane gets hit as well.
I am invincible.
You're doing well. Salamez barely even flinches when that strikes him. Like, it looks like whenever you guys have been punching it. He just takes it on the chin. Congrats for suddenly remembering he does not have his armor on right now.
Poor Congrats.
And Ushane just gets annoyed. So let's see. I believe that's all the monsters. Oh no, there's the one by Zarzul. That hasn't done anything yet.
I was hoping you'd forget about him.
It's worse than you might think. He recharged.
Ooh.
Oh,
1,
goodbye, friend.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 hits.
Sure.
You might still be in the game.
Okay. Yeah.
14. That's a concentration check as well. Oh yeah, I need some dex saves from the 3 guys.
What, you need a deck save?
Oh wow, all 3 of them. Actually, no, not from you. You're fine. You didn't get hit. One more for okay. All 3 of the dudes fall prone. Yeah, you managed to keep yours, Zarzul. You keep your concentration.
So if he falls prone and I'm tied to him...
He's a dwarf. He doesn't fall
Oh.
far when he goes prone.
Okay, that's fair.
And you've got long beard.
Yeah,
Let's
you
be
got long
honest.
beards as well. But he is fucking pissed now. And you have his thing ratchet itself around. So, Cornelius. This thing just came as a whirl of death towards you.
Yeah.
Specifically towards you.
Yes. I'm gonna try and do a shocking grasp and hope that it will be so I could be able to move away from it.
Mm-hmm. It's a good idea.
Oh, yes!
That's
Not
a
much
hit.
damage, but it has no reaction. I can move away.
I mean, 13's still a good hit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna... All yours. And then I'm gonna down a healing potions that I had recharged from last time.
Salamez is just going full reckless.
What was it? The healing potion is now again
Normal
1d4
or
normal?
2d4 plus 2. It's a nice little mnemonic sort of thing. Once again, he starts shaving off plates from the beast, just smashing the sword against it. And laughing while he does it. He's grinning. He's looking around at the rest of the guys once he's picked himself off the ground. A temporary moment, it's fine. I have this. I always have this. Rain.
I immediately, because I am not having this. There's a Tabaxi who's acting like they're going to protect me. I don't need no protection. So I'm going to at a level. How many of the spells? Yeah, sure. I'm only going to do that at a level 3.
Yeah, that hits for once. Nice one as well. 23 damage total. It hits. It's a good hit.
Does it seem particularly injured?
Not exceptionally.
Oh dear. I proceed to light my
Like,
mace.
you feel it did the job, but it didn't do anything extra.
Yeah. I also light my mace for good measure. I don't know why, but I feel better doing it.
But Tabaxi's eyes widen for a moment as he looks at your mace. Ah, you're one of the blessed of the church. Allow me to take part as well. As he flicks out his blade. Ah, he hits. And does 6 slashing. Because, man, low rolls today.
I was about to say, I feel a lot better. And I'm also incredibly scared because there's no red dot.
Do not worry, I will have this miscreant dealt with. Castalia.
Well, let's see. First, my bonus action to inflict 5, I believe, psychic damage.
Oh, you still have that one? Okay.
Yeah, I still have it. That's why I was asking you about, when.
Yeah.
Because if it had been after the Oni, I could have swapped that.
Nah, you guys haven't leveled up. Like, it really
Yeah,
hasn't been that long since you did. Okay,
Yeah,
so...
but still. I haven't officially removed it yet, so it's still on my page. Then I'm going to take 2 swings with my packed longsword
Well,
towards...
First of all, Malgern and all the rest of the guys take 10 damage as the psychic energy reverberates from the creature outwards. So that's Kagras takes 10 damage, 10 for Ushane, and there is just this distorted, just a build-up of various screams just seeming to sound off every curve plate on the creature.
Ugh.
Alright. Then I move here, and I take 2 swings with my longsword against this creature. Okay. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
And there we go.
Alrighty. So let's see, 17, 26 as you cut into it. It does the damage. Kagratz is going to step up as the thing takes a swipe at him. 13 is a hit on him. So you just see...
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you see your brass-covered boyfriend take a smash in the back for 17.
Not wearing armor either, is he?
Nope, as he grits his teeth. Malgern, can I borrow your sword?
do I even hear him? Is the question.
You have quite a bit of
I
psychic
imagine-
reverberation flowing through your brain right now.
Yeah.
I imagine you're just still pummeling against this beast, just going,
Yeah,
"Ah!"
I won't even acknowledge that. Like he wouldn't even.
Congrats looking to Castelli. He wouldn't mind, would he?
Yeah,
No,
that's
he wouldn't mind.
Okay. You have this.
I think I got this.
Alright, take care. And he hops back down again.
You too.
Just this dwarf just interlaced underneath this beast, just keep pummeling in the groin. Ah!
Have to quickly fill this in because I forgot to pull in a normal longsword for him. Because he doesn't get the... actually it is. It's not attunement, so yeah, he does get the +1 from it. As he just lays in with Talon. 2. And he's going to go full smite on these here. Actually, he's going to go full force. 2nd level smites.
Oh.
So altogether, 26, 40, 59 damage total.
Ooh.
As he just lays in with your sword, Malgurn. Not that you notice.
Remember,
But there's
this
just-
is what paladins
I'm a little
do.
busy.
But there's just these explosive flashes of white as he draws into the thing. And it begins to start to seep. It's not blood, it's something else that's just oozing from it. But as it oozes, it starts to take solid shape. Crystalline structures, weird honeycomb patterns. Everything on it just keeps changing.
I don't like that.
Yep. Also, I forgot to give the Hobgoblin woman a turn. Let's see, where did I put this one? She's quite a ways up. Where the fuck did I put this one? Oh yeah, here we go. 1. And then, like, yeah, flurry of blows. So 2 hits. I forgot to change the name of it. This was for a different character. But she does do a nice set.
She's the true monster.
Yep. And she also managed to put enough dents to start this thing dripping and oozing. Any movement from you, Castalia?
Nope.
Words of encouragement? Communication between the team?
I will say that the Hobgoblin is doing a wonderful job.
She flicks back hair, and you just see blood pouring from her temple and her nose. Thanks. But she looks woozy. Malgurn. You notice this thing does not disgorge more creatures.
Excellent. That means
Maybe.
I can... Maybe, yeah.
Well, maybe you notice, I mean.
I'll notice while punching.
Oh yeah, might as well get Shell Slide in here as well. What was his ones? Oh yeah,
Just keep groin punching.
his was Felonious Might.
Punch first, ask questions while punching.
Because he also punches. He doesn't claw, he punches.
Oh, he push punches too.
Yep, although that's not active. I was experimenting with, giving more variety to moves and such for arena combat, but I decided to scrap that, so ignore the push to 10 feet, just like ignore Ushane having a stun attack.
Ah,
Yeah,
God, that guy punches at 1d10.
yeah. He's big.
Now, learn!
Let's see here.
How is
So,
he holding the fists?
in a very strange way, they're covered with a weapon. It's like some sort of maul, but he punches with it. I do actually have on some enemy sheet fist on a stick. So yeah, you give it another bashing. It doesn't do a hell of a lot, but, the dwarf is also not going to give up. So he continues to just bash his head against it.
Yeah. We're
And he's showing you up now.
Tonight. Oh. 16
16 misses, though. he
And
does.
of course, all of the 20s are on the lovely, lovely punches.
Yeah, on the
like,
useless attacks.
They're on the people that aren't using any weapons. So good.
Anything else from you? Second wind or anything?
No, not right now.
Okay. Zarzul, you who are bleeding from most orifices, what are you going to do?
Well, for a start,
Just
I'm
that
going
time of the
to
month. Fine.
cast Healing Word on myself at level 3 for some reason. I don't know why. It's like I feel like
You
I need extra
coward.
healing. There's an extra 17. Why isn't that stupid thing? That's better. That's like actually health again. And proceed with the stabbing.
All right. The barmaid is not providing advantage, and that's another miss, sadly. Not by much. Like, you just missed it.
Like kobold, it's hard to reach over the counter, right?
Yep. The dark-scaled dragonborn is going to take another look at it. Where is it? Yeah, registered crossbow. 26. A good hit. And because he hit, he also gets his sneak attack. Because I assume you're helping him.
Of course, he is a friend.
21, 26 damage.
Otherwise, so all people are friends.
Yep. It's well injured. However, let's do some rolls. So, does the one next to Zarzul recharge? It does.
Uh-oh.
Does the one that grabbed Cornelius recharge? It does. Does the one by the hobwoman recharge? No. Does the one on the second floor recharge? No.
No.
Zarzul. Let's start with you, shall we? Yeah, we're on
Yes.
normal.
Let's
1,
do this.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
2 of those.
18.
Ooh. I'm glad I threw some healing on myself.
As it just again turns into a whirl, it basically descends upon you and your world goes dark, but flickers of light. 1, 2,
You know that
3.
health I had, it's sort of gone again.
I mean,
Oh,
if you
come
think
on.
if you think that's bad, things are much worse behind you. Hey, Cornelius.
Hey,
1, 2, 3,
someone,
4.
Yeah.
Oh!
I'm just gonna save you some time here.
Wait,
There it is.
wait. Which one of those puts you down?
All
And
of
does
them.
it keep
It
attacking?
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They all hit.
Yeah. No, okay.
Yeah, the problem is the thing just goes into a fury, and yeah, it just lays into Cornelius as he drops.
The only one that didn't hit was number 14.
Okay, then I get to click one more. There we go.
Does
Yeah.
that
Not-
count against the death saves?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's why I was asking which one
yeah.
put you
But-
down.
That's enough. It hit enough times, it didn't matter on advantage or anything. Yeah, there is this horrible noise as this thing just scores its way through the air, ripping apart, and Cornelius falls. It runs out of steam as it's still stabbing him as he goes down, but doesn't rip him asunder
Yet.
for the benefit of resurrections. Okay, that's 2 of them down. There's 2 more to go. Let's see here. So those in the dark again.
The fact that if they did, I think a certain pouch would also get ripped open, and you would have another problem on your hands.
This
So
thing
that
only
would be
get
amazing.
yeah. This thing didn't get a recharge, so it's going to take 1 at the Hob, 1 at Castalia. No, actually both at the Hob. What am I thinking? These things have a very direct attack. Hobwoman, very injured. And then on the floor above, this one just lashes out. And fails to hit the tabaxi. who is deftly dealing with it. Cornelius, it's all over for a bit. There's no pain, nothing. Salamez, on the meanwhile, is just, oh no, you're past your death stage, my friend. You are dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're dead as the door.
This thing put you down and continued to stab as you fell.
Okay.
Meanwhile, however, Salamez is hamming it up as he goes reckless again. Let's see, there we go. Golden Greatsword. He's just rolling like a champion. As he should. The thing is nearing its death. Rain.
Oh boy. I forgot, with whips, do you still have to be standing next to somebody, or can
Nope,
you be
it's
one
got
square
reach.
off? Okay. Well, in that case, what I'm going to be doing is loop.
Oh yeah, she only gets the one. I'm used to waiting for two.
And then I'm going to be... I can see Zarzul.
As she
from where I'm
unfurls
at.
Sodden Lash for the first time. You've never used it before.
Yep.
You
And I
swing
would-
wildly, not quite sure how to attack with it. Like, do you just sweep it? Do you actually have to do the crack? But you manage to just sweep it down this thing with enough speed that it just starts to tear at this weird creature's surface. You couldn't even call it flesh. It crinkles, it breaks, it fractures. Okay, now back to your monologue.
And then I assume I can see Zarzul from up here, right?
Yep.
Okay. Bloop.
Healing word on the kobold.
Yep.
And, oh yeah, the tabaxi time. He hits again. For 9 damage. That's better. That's more like it. That's the best he could have done. Castalia. It's a whirl of blades and violence right now, but you did see the Cornelius fell. And
And I
you
heard the squeak of his death cry.
It might have just been silence, but you know, like, that was a horrendous shredding. That was awful. You saw a brief acquaintance that you just know his first name of fall to the ground.
Everybody knows Cornelius' name. He can't make... he
Really
can't, like-
hammering it home here, aren't you?
Well, I know he's been stabbed a lot, but would I know? he's
Also,
dead?
you know his second name is Scent. This is important.
Yeah. It was
Would
a
it be
lot of stabbing in a very short time, and he is not physically robust.
Yeah, but I've also got the creatures back to me.
You do.
Well, the thing is, I need to know whether I'm calling out, is he dead or is he down?
Mm-hmm. You gotta make an assumption of what you saw.
Uh-huh.
You saw what this thing has done to this hobwoman. She is barely standing, and this thing did it twice to Cornelius. It's just a whirl of death.
You could always try to scream out his name, see if there's a reaction. That's
Sure.
There
I'm not
is, of
gonna
course,
scream
no
out.
response.
yeah.
I'm not gonna scream though. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not
yell.
expecting you to scream out.
Just yell,
And-
Cornelius, you dead, man.
Oh, is Nell here?
Yeah, man.
Here, it's time for
And-
another rescue with Raxis.
He's fucking dead, mate.
He couldn't get
I'm
away
gonna
from it.
lay-
It was wonderful.
I'm gonna lay into this one again. Just try and
was-
at least get some of them down.
That was just the best time. He could not stop doing that accent despite how much he tried. The first one
Gotta be
hits.
kidding.
15 does
Oh,
hit.
thank goodness.
Oof.
Yeah, minimum damage though.
Oh boy.
Ugh.
Congrats is going to lay into it. Let's see. Although he's going to... Yeah, it's an action. He wouldn't do it there right now. So, hang on.
Come on, buddy, hurt it just enough for me. Come on.
You want the
I
kill,
want
huh?
I've never wanted this so much. I've never wanted something so much in my life.
One hit. But... it's still alive.
Oh, you got him, Malgern. You
I
got
got
this.
this. I got this.
You might.
I've never wanted something so much.
As he just lays into it again, another massive explosion of white is quite dazzling.
Can you kill it with groin punches?
Or will you Malgern it?
Swear to God. This...
I see him using inspiration to make sure he rolls a hit.
This may be the time, yes, yeah. You bring
My
up a
turn's
valid
done.
point.
Okay, I think the Hobble should be getting a turn now. Because I missed all her turns previously. I definitely had a monk attack here.
Don't you fucking do it.
Well, she's not involved in that combat.
Yeah, she's not up there.
Okay, good. Yeah, she's gonna fight that stupid thing. Good. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll stick with this one.
I can't help but notice
Nice.
that the dwarf in the back isn't doing shit.
Yeah, he was.
Has
Oh,
he done?
oh,
Okay.
you mean this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been watching.
Yeah. He's kind of just...
Yeah, he got into the back room and stood on a table so he could watch the arena and all the rest that's going on.
He's just kind of...
He's just a normal guy.
He's Orbinson. Or a guy like Orbinson.
Yeah, but he's a dwarf. Like, come
The
on,
good thing
man.
Orbinson didn't show up.
You'll be pleased to know.
There's always right here.
No, that's the old Orbinson token, not the real one.
Yeah.
I know, but it's just I can always look at it and just say that guy.
Also, you be proud, Malgern. She Malgerned it.
Oh.
Malgern,
Alright, Malgern.
it's your turn.
Yeah.
Top of a round. But the other dwarf's going in first.
No, you
He wants to kill it.
Roll quickly.
Oh,
Yeah. Where's my... I can't find my button.
no.
Roll damage, quick!
Oh.
He smashes his cranium against it. The thing lopes on... Like, he's finally pushed part of the leg off its connecting. He has properly cracked into it. You see there's blood pouring down his face. But he has smashed his face into this thing enough to get it stumbling. And then you go the other way and bring your fist in and snap the leg off, and the thing falls, just pouring this hideous, foul mixture that solidifies almost instantly into strange, angled structures, into horrible things that would trigger people who have tryptophobia. It just starts to vomit out this goo and ooze and deflates on itself. You see the plate start to crinkle and buckle and powder away as it just recedes into nothing. As the two of you finish it off, but you got the killing blow with that 6 damage.
I was gonna say, if not, I'll burn an inspiration.
It had 6 HP and resistance to normal damage, so it took the both of you to put it down there.
Ah, I see. Yeah, because it... Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you managed to slay the beast together with
With
your
my
beards
bare
tied.
head.
Anything else? You still got your other attack and you've got your movement.
No, I'm good.
Any like moment of solidarity?
I do kind of give him a look to see what his reaction is.
It's basically that Nick Cage from Mandy picture. Because his face is just coated in his own blood from smashing his head against something way too big to really feel it that whole time.
I just nod approvingly.
And he's just got these huge white teeth that are getting covered in red as he smiles while his own blood pours onto them.
Just gonna.
But you can see that one eye is a little bit lazy now.
Kind of might be stroking out a bit.
Zarzul. You
We got
definitely
first.
saw Cornelius fall, and he's not moving.
And there's not a lot I can do about that.
Nope.
I don't have revive. So I'm gonna jump over the counter so I can get a better swipe at this thing. Reaching
Man,
over just sort of...
now we wonder, did Rain prepare Revivify today?
Yeah, I
Okay,
always
good.
do.
Okay, good.
I was waiting for
Because
the
it's
oh
not
dear.
mandatory for her cleric domain.
Oh no, I always do.
One day someone's going to fall down those stairs and break their neck.
Yeah, or just walk into the wrong room and fall to the down the floor. Yep, that'll happen.
Yeah, that room's still there.
I boarded up the door, but some of them... It's not gonna...
Zarzul, you're facing a tangled death before you.
Yep, which is why first things first, heal myself. Because goddamn, I'm still low. I still expect to be hit by monsters.
He's
so,
dead, but you know, I'll heal myself first.
Well,
Well,
he can't.
he doesn't
Yeah,
have
he can't
revive.
undead him.
True, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
But
think
I
he
know
is? Some
someone
kind of
who
wizard?
can.
Yeah, the problem is this thing could turn around and basically one-shot me.
Yeah. I mean, Zarzul's not a wizard. Why would he be reviving people?
And Prenders walks in the back. Aha! Yeah.
This guy's
For
gonna.
the first time this fight, I'm actually over half HP.
Yep.
Let's just put that in context.
Oh yes,
then-
how terrible it must feel for you.
Laughs and 50 hit points.
Yeah. And then I'm going to
Can
do
you
something
imagine
slightly
only
different.
having half your hit points? It must feel terrible.
Yeah. Daggers haven't been working, so let's Sacred Flame this fucker.
It's not a bad idea.
It doesn't
Oh,
work.
fuck.
The Dark Dragonborn
Maybe
is
I
gonna try
gotta-
and help you out. Oh, why did that sheet break? Come on, don't do that to me. I hate that. When it only expands a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to reset that sheet. That's annoying. The true monsters. Here we go. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's not working right. There we go.
Turns
Now
out
it
it's
works.
man.
Turns out it's man. There we go.
Yeah.
Register crossbow. Doesn't have advantage, so it doesn't hit. But he tried.
So did I. So did I.
On that note, the one by Zarzul. It does recharge. The one by
What the
Cornelius.
fuck?
It doesn't recharge. The one by the Hobwoman doesn't. The one by Rain doesn't. So it's only a bad day for one person.
I'm still alive and soaking damage.
And you've got a lot of AC. So you can do this. You've got this.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 2 hits.
2 of those.
Yep.
Yep.
Max and min damage.
Ah, statistically average.
Put the red dot back on.
Put it on.
You know, I'm actually, even being healed twice, I'm slowly losing this.
You're
Wow.
losing the war of attrition.
You survived this for 3 times.
Shut up, Cornelius. The dead can't speak.
You're dead, Cornelius. You have to leave a room. You're not allowed back in.
Yeah.
2 for the Hobwoman. Oh, they both hit.
Give me my permissions back so I can boot him from the server. He's dead to me.
She is on the ground. Alrighty, who's next then?
On
Oh,
the
yeah.
ground, just comatose, so lucky.
I was about to say, is she actually out, or?
She's
Yeah.
on the floor. She's comatose.
Okay, that's different.
This one goes for Shell Slide because it's the closest living creature to him. 2 hits. Big ones. Well, big and littlest, again. These fucking themes. And let's see here. Will the other tabaxi finally get shaved? Nope.
No.
This one's shit.
What do you mean it's shit?
The
That's
one
the
that...
one that murdered me.
No, it's not. It's the one on the second floor I just
sorry.
rolled. He has not been able to
Oh,
hit the
okay.
tabaxi once.
I thought it was the other one for the other tabaxi you meant.
No.
Let's see. Time for the Felonious Might, which I think actually was a Great Hammer now that I remember. So yeah. 6 damage and the other misses. But Shell Slide is putting in a good display here against this thing that's just a mass of blades. Blood-soaked blades. Rich blood-soaked blades.
The blood almost looks a little blue.
And he yells out, "Got 2 down here!" Wait a minute. Yeah, Salamez was also on this, so yeah. He's going to clamber up because he's still the champion. But he's torn. Like, his big opponent was taken. Who does he go for? Does he help? No. Shell Slide has this. He's a big guy. He's going to help the little guy. That's what he does. And of course, he swings recklessly at all times. And he just carves the fucker up. Precisely, in fact. That is exactly its HP. There you go, little one. You'll live.
'Tis a good day.
Is a strange day. Alright, Rain, your turn.
Bloop.
Nice. Let's see. 11. It's very nearly done. Can I steal the kill?
All right. Well, here's
Nope.
my question: how far down is the second story?
Looks about 10 feet.
Okay, so it's within dropping distance.
Well, you'll take a d6 for it.
Yeah.
But you've not actually been hurt.
So, from here, I can see the hob woman if I come up here, right? Like I'm gonna go over.
Yeah.
Right. So before I drop down,
Now remember to use your last level free slot on it.
no.
She is
Do that.
alive.
And then I would drop down, and the correct spot to drop down would be. what,
Well,
right?
look at the chairs.
Yeah. You can use the chairs and the ladder as a reference point.
We'll say you did now. And you can see that across, in a very bloody area, is a laying body of Cornelius.
Yep. Well, that's what I heard. So okay, I rolled a
Ah,
one. Oh, shit.
nice.
Ow, that hurt.
What a perfect time to roll.
Max
and,
damage, nice.
Does that take up all my movement?
No, you still got a little bit. I think you got 15 feet left. The Tabaxi, you know, he's smiling and making quips, and then he looks to see that you're gone.
Oh.
Well, good luck, shithead. Whoop.
We're heroes, guys.
Hey, you killed the big thing. You
I
killed
did.
the big thing.
This is
Thought
gonna
it was my
suck.
bare
but
hands.
I'm moving out of his attack. This is gonna suck.
It's one attack.
Yeah, he doesn't.
That's a miss.
Yeah.
Miss. Okay, never mind. I'm not worried.
Castalia. Congrats, clambers up. Breathing out a bit just like you do, sighing at the same time. Oh, shit.
See, I'm going to, well, because this guy has passed on, I can move my hex over to this.
Don't you also get... Oh, it's only if you kill it, that's right.
No, it's also Hexblade pack. This is just regular Hex.
No, I was also thinking about the HP, but I think that's specifically on when you kill it.
No, that's Hexblade's pact.
Okay.
Or Hexblade's curse.
Oh, okay, Hexblade's Curse. Right.
And yeah, that's only when... No, that's when it dies.
Okay.
Yeah, Hexblade's curse is when it dies. Yeah.
Okay, so first of all... is she capable of... Is the Hobgoblin capable of providing advantage?
And she's still on the floor right now.
So that'd be no.
So congrats, just marches along. Clattering his arm against the sword just to make some noise to distract the thing.
Thank you.
That's his item interaction. He's not using the help action right now.
There it is.
Ah, nice.
And with the power of love... It had 1 HP, so yeah, it's fucking dead.
Okay, that's 5, so... Excuse me, I got 1
I
extra
will say
attack
again,
here.
lots of 20s.
Yep.
I got 1 extra attack here.
Yeah,
See, that's this one. It's
you know,
normal now.
Nat 6, a Nat 20, a Nat 20 in
he's
the
out
last
of-
3 roll.
10 damage.
And that'll be it.
Yep. He's out of movement, but he does shift the sword into his less dominant hand, and then once again ices up his hand and now throws it in spikes at range. And finally
Nice.
hits.
Nice.
Actually kills it too. By 1 extra HP over its total. Battle is over.
Current-
But
What
this
about the
one up
one
here.
upstairs?
Well, it's only got... hang on. It's got 8 hit points. Horizon can take it.
Can I see
Current-
it?
current
Can I see
image-
it?
I
No.
should probably update my image of Cornelius at the moment.
Damn it, because I was going to pick the tosser up.
Nah, it's too far in there.
Be a hero, but damn it.
If we're
I
out
might
of
be able to-
initiative, I'd be
Hey,
immediately
I
going
might
in.
be able to. I might be able to see that. Can Zazzle see it?
You are short and further away. No, you cannot see it.
Yeah.
I'll clamber up on that counter, damn you!
You've been into the tequila, haven't you?
He'll,
It's like
He'll
9
crawl on-
a.m. webgun. Holy shit.
he'll
I think
climb
what
onto
we're
the-
Talking about
back-
3 in the afternoon. It's perfectly
Yeah.
fine.
Fuck's sake.
Oh.
Tell you what, I will give you a shot, but it does have partial cover because there's a banister and shit in the way.
Well, that doesn't matter.
I know, not for you.
It might be. Yeah, I was actually gonna sneak and flame it. Thanks for reminding me. Better chance with the short bow.
That is a hit. And you do get to kill it.
Excellent. Prove my word.
And the Tabaxi just turns around, waves his hat at you.
Oh,
I
Alright.
wave back. I don't have a hat. I'm
His
disappointed.
hat is quite fancy.
I'm digging
That-
in Cornelius.
That was ours to
pouch.
realize.
I'm digging in Cornelius's pouches to find that diamond.
Well, that's the thing. He's dead now, so for each of these rounds, the contents of his pouches have been pulling outwards.
Oh shit!
So I'm looking. Did the diamond happen to pop out? Hopefully.
Roll me a D100.
Oh no!
It did.
I immediately take it and I resurrect him. Quick, with great haste, because I'm mortified that what could happen.
Oh, God, yes. What if the bloody bandana falls out?
Yeah. If you gotten very high, it would have. We would have had to scrap this whole campaign.
I also remember that system came into place thanks to Botch.
Who?
He reminded. He reminded when I went through the anti-magic field. Hey, wait a minute! Wouldn't that affect the Cornelius' magical pouch?
Oh no, don't worry. That was already in the head. I just wasn't
Wolfgang.
going to trigger it for a small interval.
Yeah.
But yeah, the moment you
Point
die, that
Wolfgang
starts to
will-
just leak.
Also, now that Cornelius is upright,
I just lay there and just look straight up at Rain. It's gonna be like the hand comes up and then not entirely sure if going to do a pat on the head or cup hand around the side of the cheeks. It just becomes an awkward slap on the side of the head as the delirium from being revivified is kicking in.
You're welcome.
Your choice of entertainment place, Lex. And then passes out again.
Yeah, at which point Congrats just puts a hand on. 20 HP. So most of the cuts are a lot shallower now, a few are sealed up.
At this point, I call out, if anybody needs healing, come on over.
I just realized... Yeah, Congrats can heal you.
I can heal you.
I love how she's defensive now. I can heal.
I just did 12. I just did 12 to him, and I healed. I picked up the hobgoblin woman. I threw one down to Zarzul.
I just love how Congrats at level...
Super awkward because we're still tied together, and the adrenaline is wearing off.
Not for him. You can see it in his eyes. He's fucking crazy right now.
He's also possibly stroking out.
I want to remind the party at this point that we could have more healing potions.
We
But
do!
He also decided to teach the person to make healing potions. The person is no longer here.
Malgurn, you take 7 damage as he just headbutts you. And you now have this huge red expanse on your head from the blood being smeared on. And you just see him, whoof, 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 and he's grinning through it.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay.
We're finally done with this shit. Now we can fucking fight.
Alright, so I'm gonna do that. And,
For him, this was the sideshow, the warm-up. That's a hit. Yeah. And the two of... Now, do you just get stuck in if he... Like, if he goes in, do you just reciprocate?
oh yeah, no.
Yeah, the two of you then
Now-
just
now that
start beating the shit out of each other.
Now that I'm snapped back to reality, if he wants to do this.
Yeah, we don't have... We're not going to roll for it just yet.
Okay. Yeah.
But the two of you are just getting right into a fight after this.
Rain is ignoring it, and she just helps the hobgoblin woman out.
He started it.
That's 17 to her.
Oh, nice. Yeah, she looks at you for a moment and looks at the rest of them. Yes, many thank yous.
You're welcome. Let me go check out upstairs. I think that one woman was injured too. Then I go head upstairs.
There's a woman plastered all over the ceiling up there.
That's the guy, and I can't do anything about that.
Yeah, Horizon West enters the room. Comes back. Is strange. Behold, as he holds out on a scimitar, a long blue sash with very faint patterns of various sort of maidens. There's a lot of sort of jars of water kind of motif to it. This is all that's left.
I love the dynamic of this. The dwarves are still just beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, there's just these big meaty slaps going on in the silence.
I quickly do one of this to the one girl who was injured when she was trying to
Yeah, she's
escape.
healed to full right now, just grabbing hands and all, just saying thank you as she's looking at where there was going to be an ugly, hideous scar on her arm.
It's alright, don't worry, we've got it. I look at him, so there's nothing that I can do over there. I don't even think I have an extra diamond with me.
I've heard you need something of the body left, and I'd need a bucket.
Yeah, that's unfortunately I don't think there's anything that we can
He
do
flips
there.
off his hat, putting it to his chest, but I will pray for him. Whoever that he was.
I kind of shut the door.
Good cleric, yeah.
Oh, What am I gonna do right now? You have to get other. I can't just bury him there. He's in a room.
Can we just hire Viscera cleanup detail for this?
Is there any mark on Castalia? I can't remember if she got hit or not. I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah.
Didn't get hit at all.
Congrats still gives her a once over before looking over at Cornelius. Are you able to walk? That was
I
horrible.
think so, yes.
I'm sorry I wasn't there to prevent it.
So am I.
I'll do better next time.
Just kind of do a nod.
Yeah,
Just kind of.
he's offering a nice clean cloth as well.
Hmm.
Can I offer you an apple in this trying time?
Just kind of wave away and just start going through the yeah.
Just the
start
realization
doing
of what the fuck happened, maybe.
Yeah.
There's implications there.
Yeah.
Just start doing
Turns out it started feeling really warm.
I
Salamez...
go to the bartender
Yep.
guy and say a round of drinks for all.
I just had
How
a
much?
kind of an awkward meeting with what the fuck was the goddess of luck for a few seconds before being pulled back.
Oh no, man. You were probably standing in the Grey Plains as people were being pushed into the Wall of Souls, and some devil was coming up to say, you know what? I got a great place for you. I can put you right back down there. I can make you handsomer. I can make you fitter, stronger. Just sign.
If you find yourself fighting alone in a green field with the sun in your face, do not be troubled. You are at Elysium, and you're already dead.
Yeah, and the bartender looks at you, Zarzul, and says, yes, obviously, of course I will do a free round, but not after the guards arrive. So drink up now. These are the ones that are free.
Excellent. Then I go and have a look at the dwarves still pummeling each other down.
Just constant meaty flux. But it's entirely just their style of just... O'Shane is just continually the head. He is just beating Malgern with his head. Just his thick Cro-Magnon brow. And Malgern's just punching repeatedly at the balls.
Yeah.
There's spittle from both of them. There's drool. There's
We're
just...
covered in the thing. It's
covered in blood. Roll
I've got to find out
athletics.
who wins this.
Yep.
I've got 5 gold riding on this.
It's gonna be tough.
What-
Well, I mean, it's in Malgern's favor. But yeah, so athletics.
athletics.
Mm-hmm. But it's not just athletics.
Okay.
Constitution as well. A save.
Constitution. Save. Okay.
Ooh.
I
And
like
then,
this.
finally, performance.
Why?
No, okay, not
Why?
performance. Not performance. I'm only
Oh,
joking with you.
I almost clicked it.
Do you remember the dance lessons from earlier?
No. This one, survival.
Oh, good. I have proficiency in that. Didn't help.
You said it. You said it out loud.
Fucking said it. God
And look at
damn
that.
it. Hey.
So now we gotta get our totals here.
So do they knock each other out?
Fuck off. Roll 20.
42. Does he beat 46 with his total?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Let me.
I don't think you do.
Oh,
No.
shit.
Use that inspiration. You can roll better on survival.
Yeah, let me see. What's the total at? So it's 19, 15, and 6.
You're at 40 right now.
And what do I have to beat?
46, I think you said.
I'm
Yeah.
burning the inspiration.
So you need to roll 7 or higher.
Actually, no, it's way higher.
Oh,
But that's
way
good.
higher.
That's good.
Yeah, I'll
'Cause yes.
burn the inspiration on this.
It's up to 56.
You just managed to win.
Yeah,
As
that
he
was worth
as he keeps beating you, you keep punching, And then you finally realize, wait a minute, I'll do the side of his head, and he just finally falls.
Just take both my fists and
The
just
problem
kinda
is,
clap
though,
his
as
head.
you just smack him, as he falls, all his weight is pulling, and you're exhausted too, and you go down with him. You're conscious, but he just pulls you down with the weight.
Yeah. Now
Cut
kissed.
his beard off.
He is out cold. And you realize you've got nothing but dead weight and exhaustion on you right now.
Shave his beard off. You
Those
can
are some
do it.
really tight knots, some
Stand
intricate
up.
sailor shit.
Oh, fucking hell.
There's a serrated dagger right there. You can do this.
No.
It's an honorable dwarf duel.
That was a grudge match.
So, do you stand up at least?
I will try to stand up.
Yeah, you can stand. I mean, it takes a while to get straighten your back out. You are really fucking sore right now. You've been beating your hands into a mush on this creature. And then you started to beat him as well. You are both well tenderized by each
Yeah.
other.
I think he's unconscious right now.
He's out cold.
I just kind of look at him. No. You're shit.
And then you turn to walk away.
As I turn to walk away, I can't go anywhere.
You turn to walk away, your feet start to scuff and drag in the ground. And then you slowly start to inch away with him dragged behind you.
I kind of dragging him. I walk over. I pick up the tosser. Keep going.
And on that image, that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh no.
I did it!
Oh.
I was gonna nudge the
I
Devaxian
was going to
point
try and
now.
collect my winnings.
We'll get to that next week. Let him have his moment.
Oh, yeah, I just realized it's 11:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the end of this session. We'll be back next week.
Oh.
We'll also be back on
Oh.
Thursday, although not most of this lot, with another Simon Sailor Survival Seminar.
Looking forward to that.
Saltmarsh side story. You guys have fun?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
Good,
found a
that's
use
what-
for inspiration.
Yep.
I mean, it was
I'm
fun for the
happy
2
with that.
rounds I was in.
And that's where we'll end.
Considered armor, Cornelius.
Yep.